Good evening, adventurers, and welcome to today's episode of Goodberry Cafe, which is the little warm cafe where everyone is welcome to come in and pull up a chair. So today we're serving up a cup of inspiration, so I hope you'll come in and stay a while. My name's Jem, and I'll be your host for another evening at Goodberry Cafe, and we are officially back from our summer hiatus. So here at Goodberry Cafe, usually on the second Monday of the month, I invite some friends to join me in trying out some new, weird, unique, and creative indie tabletop role-playing games. So this virtual cafe is meant to be a warm, safe, and inviting space where my guests and I feel comfortable learning and stumbling our way through these fun and weird and unique games that we'll try out together. So today, in honor of Bisexual Visibility Month, I have with me an all bisexual table to play a game that happens to be full of bisexuals. So Visigoths versus Molgoths by Lucian Khan. So Visigoths versus Molgoths is a tabletop role-playing game and dating sim about the conflicts and romances among the warriors who sacked ancient Rome and 20th century spooky teens, set in a suburban Los Angeles shopping mall during 1996. Visigoths and Molgoths tells a story about two groups of outsiders who don't get along. So long ago, the Visigoths sacked Rome in search of a homeland, but just last year, a careless suburban Molgoth with a Ouija board evoked an entire community of Visigoths into 1996 from the distant past. So at first, the Visigoths were confused by the modern world, but they adapted quickly and soon opened their own stores in the mall. Their ultimate goal is to conquer the entire mall and maybe one day Los Angeles itself. The Visigoths never forgave the Molgoths for uprooting them, and the Molgoths never forgave the Visigoths for trying to push them out of the mall. So this obviously means war. So I will be your mall rat for the evening, which is this game's version of a game master. Anything could happen in the course of play over this evening and in the roleplay scenes, but as a content warning, the game does contain themes of religion and spirituality, reverently and irreverently, imperialism, fear of coming out as LGBTQ, kidnapping, meat eating and animal products, teens kissing and making out, outsider status, cartoonish violence, shoplifting, illegal drug use, earthquakes, obnoxious subcultural gatekeeping, moral ambiguity, capitalism, and lycanthrope, like I, werewolves.
Lycanthropy?
Lycanthropy, yeah. I always like when I read the word, it doesn't
I
sound
know.
right in my head.
Yes.
So yes, werewolves.
We're werewolves.
Yeah. I will have the mods, if they can, link the game in the chat. Uh, But like usual, we will try and talk through some of the rules as we play. But remember, we are all learning this together, so have patience with us. But before we jump into the action, I do want to introduce you to the guests at the cafe tonight. We will start with Kate. Can you go ahead and introduce yourself and where we
Hello.
can find you?
Yeah, I'm Kate. I'm antivanruffles pretty much anywhere that matters. Um, Dragon Age coming out soon. We're real happy. Um, and yeah, I've been in playing TTRPGs for many years, and I'm excited to be here.
Awesome. And can we have Jem? Can you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Jem. You may or may not hear my dogs in the background. I'm so sorry. I'm disabled and fab everywhere, and this is my first time play streaming in a while. So yeah, I'm excited.
Happy to have you. All right. And looking at the layout, Seacow, can you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Yep. I'm CTO Explosion pretty much everywhere, though mostly just threads and TikTok. This game has been on my TTRPG bucket list for such a long time, so I'm so happy to be here and getting to just be really gay with everybody.
Can't wait. And Heather, go ahead.
I had to make sure I wasn't muted because that's like the bane of all streamers. Hi, I'm Heather. You can find me at Midnight Hather everywhere. I've been playing TTRPGs. I'm a professional game master. You can catch me on Castleton
Hey.
currently. But yeah, I'm on like every social media and I'm very excited to play this.
Yeah. And last but not least, Paige.
Hey everyone, I'm Paige. You can find me all over the internet at Pluto Cleric, primarily running my own APs on my own Twitch channel because I GM 90% of the time. I'm also in Castleton, so excited for that to come back. I think the first session back, I'll be in a session with you, Jem, if things go out right. So
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that.
yeah, but yeah, that's me.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for being willing to join this game. I got back from Burning Man and I was last minute planning this game, realized it was Bisexual Visibility Month and we need to be more visible. So thank you for jumping on really last minute to join. I really appreciate all of you. All right, so with that, we can jump right in and start by explaining the rules of the game. So this game's pretty cool in that the game rules are really simple compared to some of the other games we played out at Goodberry Cafe, but it does ask us to go around the table and take turns reading a section of the rules out loud. So if we're cool with that, I can go ahead and start with Teams in the Mall Rat, and then I'll pass it off to someone to read the scenes section. So Teams in the Mall Rat. So in this game, there are two teams, the Visigoths and the Molgoths. Inside the fiction, Visigoth characters and Molgoth characters are rivals. At the table, Visigoth players and Molgoth players are collaborative storytellers. So the player with the complete guide to the mall, that's me, is called the Mall Rat, and the Mall Rat facilitates the game. So does anyone want to take up scenes?
Oh, I
Okay.
can.
Go ahead.
So for scenes, we have time slots and store visits. Each day is broken up into 6 time slots. Each team of Goths plays out a scene in one store per time slot. Either one scene with both teams or 2 scenes with teams in separate stores. The team members must stay together as a group for 4 store visits because teens in this mall only shop with their friends. Do you want me to keep going?
Someone else can grab passing notes.
Short one's easy. Somebody jump on it.
Go for it.
Passing notes. So when your team is not in a scene, you may write in-character notes to your teammates back and forth. This is always optional. I think we'll be DMing back and forth if we need to, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and take the next one because that was really short. Some things to do in the stores. Talk with your team about plans or strategies. Talk to store clerks to get information. Go shopping or shoplift. Debate about music, fashion, religion, or other cultural matters. Fight. Talk about hurt feelings to heal them. If only it was that simple. Flirt. Ask people on dates or make out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'll read passageways because it's really short, and then I'll pass it off to someone else for rolling dice. So passageways, you can also hang out in the passageways of the mall with other characters. So these are things like elevators, escalators, stairwells, and hallways. Visiting passageways doesn't advance the clock. Anyone want to take rolling dice?
I'll do rolling dice.
Go ahead. Do it.
Players roll dice to resolve conflict. If there's no conflict, there's no need to roll the dice. You roll off against another player, a mall rat controlled character, or the mall itself. Always roll 2d6 and add any relevant modifiers from your skills on your character sheet or special items. Whoever has the highest number succeed, and the other fails. Both players succeed on a tie, and the situation escalates ridiculously or dramatically.
Can I just interject that that is my favorite way to resolve a tie in any TTRPG I've come across?
Yeah, I mean, you always try to be more dramatic. That's how you play TTRPGs, right?
Yeah, often like, oh, one person wins, one person loses. No, you both win, and it gets even worse. Go for it.
Yep. All right, hurt feelings. Anyone want to take that section?
I'll do it.
Hurt?
You
Don't
gonna
know.
do it?
Okay.
Do the thing that okay, I'm just gonna say now I have embarrassing traits.
Okay. Hurt feelings. Most games only track physical damage, but this game only tracks emotional damage. If your character sheet contains 2 or more hurt feelings, you are emotionally overwhelmed and can't physically fight or use embarrassing traits until you talk about your feelings with a friend. So we can have hurt feelings from physical attacks. Physical attacks always hurt everyone's feelings. When your physical attack against an opponent is successful, you and your opponent both experience hurt feelings. Write a word describing how your character feels in the hurt feelings section of your character sheet. Hurt feelings from other events. If you believe something other than a physical attack wounded your character's feelings, feel free to add a hurt feeling to your character sheet. This rule is less strict than the rule about physical attacks. It's up to the player to judge their own character's own emotions. And healing. Each character can only heal and erase a total of 1 hurt feeling from their character sheet per scene.
About embarrassing traits. You can embarrass yourself to make your friends seem cool in comparison, like me wearing cat ears. If you draw attention to your embarrassing trait, you may offer another player a +3 bonus to their roll, but you must add embarrassed to your hurt feelings. You have to announce this before, or you may announce this before or after your friend rolls, but you must announce it before the mole rat describes the narrative result, and you must have an empty slot available in your hurt feelings to use that embarrassing trait.
Yep. And then I'll close this out with kissing. Always ask before initiating a romantic or kissy plotline with another player's character. Yes means yes, no means no, maybe also means no. I love how the game highlights all of those things. All right. So I've had our players create their characters for the game ahead of time, but there are 2 parts of the character creation process we're going to do live on stream, and that's assigning embarrassing traits to the players as well as starting relationships. So for now, I would like for us to go around and introduce the goth that you've made to the group before we jump into assigning embarrassing traits. So if we could start with our Visigoths, let's go. Kate, can you introduce your Visigoth to the group?
I am Hildura, a charlatan Visigoth. She is a let's see, I took polytheist. She's kind of a priestess. She says things she believes and says things she doesn't believe, and is generally a menace.
I'm playing Melisanda. She is a rune caster because I actually have Norse runes on my wrist, and I had rune stones, but I lost them. So she is also a Germanic polytheist. Goth style is a dramatic gown, and she just really wants everyone to fit in. She wants to fit in and for everyone to like her. She's very, very, very sweet.
Cool. And what is Hildura wearing?
She is very let's see, like has a cape. She's very dramatic. Has a cape, bright colors, lots of blues and teals. And then just a long cape that she likes to swish around as she goes places.
Perfect. All right, let's go on to describing our Molgoths. And let's start with Sika. Can you describe your Molgoth?
Yep. I'm playing Onyx, the theater tech goth, which is what it sounds like. I'm behind the scenes because they wouldn't let me, hang out with all the cool theater kids. So I spend a lot of time doing pyrotechnics and trying to rappel using the rope behind the scenes. Only a few minor injuries. Very trad goth. What you see is what you get.
Love it. All right. And Heather.
So tonight I will be playing Jinx. Now Jinx is what they call the cyber pet Molgoth. Basically, just think I'm a Tamagotchi, but like a furry. Goth style's that traditional like cyber goth. But we accentuate with like cat ears and a tail, wearing those fun giant baggy like trip pants with all the giant straps. There may be a leash and a collar at some point. Blacks and reds are kind of like the thing here. I'm just really good with like dance music and electronics, and I
Okay.
might bite you.
So good. All right, and Paige.
Damn, I have to follow that. So I'm the witch goth. This is just an excuse to play myself pretty much in a tabletop game, let's be honest. Her name is Lilith. Aesthetic-wise, her clothing's a mix of black, purple, and gray. She's wearing a oversized sweater that probably goes almost down to her knees, with just like some black bike shorts under it. So you don't know if she's wearing anything under it. Just depends on the movement, with like just very large dots. Very witchy attire, witch hat, like large circular glasses, and then just like full on black and purple makeup as well.
All right. So now that we know our goths, we're going to go around. So you don't choose your own embarrassing trait. How it works is you choose a opposing player to give you an embarrassing trait, and you can decide to keep that trait or veto it and choose two instead. So I'm going to read the embarrassing traits that are offered on this table. So they include things like allergic to metal, bad dancer, dumped by a famous lover, fear of animals, follows a modern religion, or wish you were Roman. And those are for Visigoths' embarrassing traits. And then Molgoths are bad taste in music, cracking voice, don't understand slang, overprotective parents, prep school student, or terrible poet. And those are offered from the group. But I want to say to this, those are offered from the game, but I want to say to this group, if you think of anything that you want to offer as an embarrassing trait that's not on this list, we're going to rule of cool that and totally allow that. So let's start with Kate. Which player from the Molgoths would you like to give you an embarrassing trait?
Who do I trust the most, or who do I trust the least?
I'm very trustworthy.
You know what?
I'm not trustworthy at all.
You know what? You know what? I'm gonna choose Heather because she didn't say.
What? Does that make me the safe choice, or does that make me the worst choice?
I don't know. See, we're just going.
Guessing.
No, because we
Choose
went
me
through.
guessing.
We had the spectrum. We had
Like,
I'm
not
very
me,
safe.
me.
I'm not safe, and then no one, and then the unknown.
That's you're assuming Heather's in the middle, though.
That's also true. You know what? That's fair. Anyway,
Hey yo. Just because you did pick me,
uh-huh.
I'm gonna give you a fear of animals.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's perfect.
Amazing.
it's great.
And do you want to keep that one?
Sure.
Love it. All right.
Was absolutely going to give the priestess a modern religion.
So good one.
That would have worked.
Great. And then Jem, who do you want to give you an embarrassing trait?
Sorry, are we referring to each other by character name or by people names? I was a little confused on that.
Let's Melisande.
Yeah,
How do I say
sure.
it? Melisande. Who do you want to give your character an embarrassing trait?
Let's go with Lilith. I want to see what the witch chooses.
The witch chooses the runecasters. You know what? That kind of fits.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. Since you're a runecaster. You know what? I think it'd be very funny because you use runes, but I think you wish you were Roman.
All right. I have one of those leaf. Anyway, never mind.
Do you want to keep that one?
Yes, that's fine.
Great. All right. And then Onyx. Which Visigoth would you like to choose your trait?
I'm gonna Hildra, yes. Yeah, Hildra.
Let's see. I think. Let's see. For a tech. I think you harbor a secret, and that's that you're a terrible poet.
All right, I'm gonna have to look up some bad poetry.
No, that's the thing. You don't have to look it up. You just say things, and then you're like, yeah,
True.
bad
You're
poem
staying with
right
that
there.
one?
Yeah, we'll keep it.
Perfect. Now, Melisande, would you like to give a embarrassing trait to Jinx or Lilith?
Let's do Jinx. I don't want to go back and forth too much. And I think for Jinx, they don't understand slang, so they have to use old-fashioned slang or weirdly out-of-place slang, such as the cheat offers "Gadzooks" or "Heavens to Betsy."
Gee
So have fun with
willikers.
that.
You want that one? Are we keeping the slang one? Jinx?
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Gee willikers, gosh darn. I will be the dad jokes.
Oh my god.
The bees.
And then Onyx, did you give a embarrassing trait yet?
I did not.
Okay. Can you give one to Lilith then, even though you're on the same team?
Yes. We are going to go with prep school students.
Ooh.
Okay, bet. Instead of bite shorts under the sweater, I have a prep school outfit under the
That's
the
so
sweater
funny.
just hides the outfit.
That works. All right. So now that everyone has a sufficiently embarrassing trait for their character, let's move on to some basic starting relationships. So all of these Goths know each other from the mall, and some more intimately than others. So I want you to look at your character sheet and choose 2 of the starting relationship sentences. One sentence must be about, I'm going to say, the character. It says the character to your left, but since we're playing online, I'm not sure. If you see the stream layout, I would say the character to your left, but if you don't, I can tell you who that character is. And the other sentence must be about a character on the opposing team. So for each sentence, I want you to fill in the first blank with the character's name and the second blank with an idea from your imagination. And when everyone is finished, we're going to read these out loud. So once we read them out loud, players may veto any starting relationship details they don't want, in which case whoever wrote it should think of something else. But these backstory details do not change any character's skills, powers, or otherwise modify the game rule. Does anyone have any questions about that part? Great. All right, so we'll take a moment to write your sentences, and then when you're done filling out your sentences, or if you want to know who's on your left, just give me a thumbs up.
I will need to know who's on my left.
Okay. I'm going to say, oh, well,
Or
seems
if
like
there's no one.
there isn't, but it seems like our layout got messed up a little, Joe.
I fixed it. I just changed my name so to go above on it and it fixed it back. It's a little bit dumb.
Okay. Never mind. It's good now.
I just added an O in front of my name and it fixed it.
Perfect.
There we go. That works.
Okay, let's do.
Oh, and you were wondering who was on your left. That was gonna be Paige. Or I don't have the character names in front of me. Sorry.
Lilith.
Lilith, yes. I have too many tabs open.
Difficult part.
We are having some technical difficulties. So if we could cut to a break really fast to fix that. Awesome. welcome back. Sorry for some technical difficulties. Unfortunately, Jem did have to step away. So we are adjusting our characters a little bit so we can still play through the game. But we're in the middle, just as a reminder, we're in the middle of character creation. So the players have just chosen their embarrassing traits for each other. And we are currently on the part of the character creation where we're deciding our starting relationships. So I will have our new character introduce themselves when we get to them talking about the starting relationships. But to start with, Kate, are you done with your sentences or starting relationship
Yes.
sentences? Perfect.
Yes, and I very quickly added in our new character for my first one.
Yeah.
So our new Visigoth, Goda. I'm still upset that Goda found out I lied about conquering a battalion of Roman legionnaires.
Damn.
Nice. And do you have your second sentence as well?
I do. I gave a long religious lecture to Jinx, and as a result, they now meow at me every time I bring up theology.
I love that so much.
Perfect. All right. And Jinx, are you done with your sentences and able to go next?
I had to write down that meowing thing. Saving that one for later. We'll circle back. Okay. I wish I could be Lilith's pet because they're a witch and I'd make a great familiar.
So cute.
Damn.
And
Okay,
this
then.
is
Noted.
and my crush on Hildura weirds me out because they made me meow at them whenever I think of God.
Yes.
This was started
Wait,
and then
I see.
finished because of that.
This is gonna be the weirdest relationship because I'm afraid of animals. Like, where's this gonna go? But I'm here for it.
Oh man.
Wonderful. And then Lilith, are you free to go next?
Yeah, I'm good. It's funny enough, my crush on Jinx weirds me out because I'm not an animal person.
Love it.
And then the Visigoth I most resent is Jonah because they scare me. Just very intimidating.
Perfect. And that's a good segue to our new Visigoth, Goda. Can you
Yep.
describe yourself and then your embarrassing trait and then your two sentences?
All right. Yes. Well, I have magically polymorphed into a Goda, the Visigoth, wearing what appears to be a suit of chainmail and a helmet, and holding a spear, ready for battle at all times. Embarrassing trait. Oh yes, my embarrassing trait. I'm allergic to metal. And my relationships. I want to conquer Los Angeles with Hildura so that we may drive the heathen Christians from this land and replace it with the proper Germanic gods. And my crush on Lilith weirds me out because I could get cursed by a witch.
And what are Goda's pronouns?
They them. Or yes, they them.
Perfect.
Because I don't know what any of those Visigoth pronouns actually mean.
Yeah.
Conquer with Hildura. Perfect. Alrighty. Great. Before we jump into the game, there are some wonderful role-playing tips that the game includes that I'm going to read out. So, no exit for the lost. The entire game happens inside the mall. So if you try to exit the mall on the left side, you pop on to the right side, like the wraparound magic that happens in a 90s video game. Skills. So you can do anything an ordinary teenager can do, plus the special skills listed on your character sheet. So if you're rolling to do something ordinary, it's just a plain 2d6 dice roll without any bonuses. Now, if you acquire an item that gives a bonus to a skill that's not on your sheet, you now have that skill. Very easy. Magic. Magic exists and the supernatural occurs from time to time, but most people don't have magic powers. So unless your character sheet lists a specific supernatural ability, assume that you can't defy the laws of nature. Violence. Fights in this mall are brief, cartoonish, non-deadly, and always hurt everyone's feelings. There are no guns in this game, and injuries are hand waved. So if you get stabbed by a spear, it goes right through you like a cartoon, and it just hurts your feelings more than your actual body. And nobody wins when everyone's a loser. So this game has versus in the title. Does that mean it's a player versus player competition? Sort of, but not really. The Visigoth and Molgoth characters are typically enemies, and they may even battle. But the players aren't actually competing to win the game. As players, your goal is to tell a story together with your friends. So all conflict between characters is a plot device to help you tell an interesting story. And sometimes you'll play towards your character's advantage, but other times you'll play to lose. So personalities and plot arcs develop. So what would your character do, even if you as a player know better? I love that reminder. And beware of I don't care. I don't care about anything was a common Molgoth attitude in the 90s, but good stories require characters to care about things. So fortunately, an I don't care about anything attitude is usually a defense mechanism for actually caring about something very deeply. So if you give your goth an I don't care affect, decide what they actually care about underneath that facade. And if you don't know, make it up. Don't worry about historical accuracy. This game takes place in an alternate universe that is neither the real 410s nor the real 1990s. Beautiful. All right. I think if we are feeling good about that, we're ready to start our adventure. Do any of my players have any questions or anything they want to say before we start? Okay. Everything else I feel like we'll figure out as we go along. So there are a lot of things in this book. So finding the start of the adventure.
Oh yeah. I'm also slightly still glowing from time travel.
Oh yeah.
I'm like a nightlight.
What about you, Hildor? Are you still glowing from time travel?
Yeah, I just wanted like a little sheen for the drama.
Perfect.
I'm also glowing just because my character's so pale because they never go outside.
A true goth.
Okay, setting the scene. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the gothiest of them all? The Los Angeles goth scene is known for its razor-sharp aesthetics and dedication to beauty. Even the Visigoths admire the LA Goths for looking good while bashing back, because like Visigoths, who threw off an overly repressive Roman rule, LA Goths are not afraid to use their steel toes against those who try to oppose them. But they're not mall goths. No, they are true goths, and they are what sweet aspirational nightmares are made of. They rule the internet and set goth culture's arbitrary standards while creating clubs in unexpected spots that you'd die to sneak into. While you don't know if you want to grow up to be a true goth, you wish you had their abject power to laugh at society, since it often feels like society is laughing at you. Either way, until you prove yourself, you're just a baby bat mall rat, or worse, a poser. And no one likes a poser. Today's your chance to prove yourself. Before the true goths retreat to their over 18 clubs, where most of you can't go yet, Big Disc Energy will host the finale of the annual Little Mix Scare All pageant, which will crown the gothiest goth teen in all of North America. And they're going to host it in your mall in the food court. Normally, you wouldn't care, the proper goth attitude. But this year, the mall goths and the Visigoths made a bet. The losing team must stay away from the mall for a whole summer. Besides that, first place will be on the cover of Lucretia's Reflection, the very first Omni-Goth beauty magazine. If your picture is on the front page, it'll be emblazoned in mall history. Now, while you were getting dropped off at the mall from your parents, because you can't drive yet, none of you are driving yet, you hear an announcement crackling through the loudspeaker. Excuse me, is this on? Oh, yeah, don't forget to pick up your copies of Zizek's Revenge's newest CD, Beyond the Fiction of Reality. The band will be signing the album in the early evening at Big Disc Energy. And just a reminder for all you dorks, let them RIP, retail in peace. Thanks. So it's your lucky day. The beloved post-punk band Zizek's Revenge is at the mall. So the Little Mix Scare-All pageant is not so much a pageant, more like a talent show. And doing your talent portion to a song from the new album would garner major points with the judges. You could totally ignore the loudspeaker and find the band members in the mall prior to their signing so they can sign it. Or you could make sure the other goths don't get ahead by sabotaging their every step. Either way, you'll have to buy or steal the album first. So there are 4 members of Zizek's Revenge. If you run into them in the mall, you will recognize them. They're all famous. Now, I have a thing to say only to the mall goths. Do the Visigoths on the stream, do you know how to deafen yourself so you don't hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I will do this when I'm done. Okay. All right. So mall goths, you know more about the drummer than the Visigoths realize. So the drummer of Zizek's Revenge, there's a 4th member. No one really remembers what they look like or their name. You only remember that they're straight edge. But you guys, last summer, your parents made you join the 4-H club to stop you all from getting scurvy. So you know that the 4th member of Zizek's Revenge is an unassuming Visigoth named Osvinthus, who's 19, who raises champion fainting goats. They never travel without their goat, Pandora, and they'll most likely get her groomed before the show at Gerbil Essences.
Okay.
And then I'm going to have, I'm waiting for, perfect. And then
I saw
I'm going to
incredulous
Cool.
faces and writing, and I'm
Cool.
concerned.
Oh, I know.
Cool.
Did the
And-
same thing. I'm like,
I have something just for the Visigoths.
Oh, okay.
mm.
There's Devin.
Okay,
All right,
one
bye.
second, one
Fair's
second.
fair.
Okay, so Visigoths. The lead singer of Zizek's Revenge, Vixen Razor, is actually a Visigoth and is super into B
Oh.
movies. You might be able to find, if you could find them anywhere in the mall, it might be in Dracula Video.
Okay.
I'm waiting for. We've got our last,
Mhm.
our last goth.
Na, na, na,
They'll see it.
na, na.
They'll see it momentarily. I'm pretty sure they're just responding to me. Yep, see?
Sorry. I was
Perfect.
doing collaborative sneaky notes before we even
I love it.
started.
Ah! Fine.
All right. So you are all just entering the mall, at the mall entrance, and now let me get my notes up. It is the early morning, and you know that Zizek's Revenge are signing their CD on the early evening, and the Little Mix pageant is happening in the late evening. So you've got the full day in the mall. Now, let's start with the Visigoths. Or which store would you like to visit first?
Store would we like to visit first?
Yeah.
Thoughts go to.
Slamming the spear into the ground.
I can picture it
We
now.
must get the album first. Cannot
Good
allow
plan.
them
Good plan.
beat us to the prize.
No, you're right.
I
Away.
totally don't remember the name of that store. I was trying to.
So
I know.
the
I'm trying
store
to. I'm trying to get through to the store names. I'm like scroll.
yeah, there's a lot of stores in this mall. So the store that's selling the CD is Big Disc Energy.
Energy. That's right. It's a horrible pun. I should remember the horrible pun.
We're all horrible puns.
No, you do. I love BDE.
Yeah, right?
All right. Just to see if you're
Yeah.
gonna end up in the same place. Malgoths, do you know where you're gonna head first?
Uh-huh.
You thinking what I'm thinking? That we're going straight for it?
Yeah. We have to go straight to Gerbil Essences. I have to get like my hair done for this pageant. Come
Yeah.
on,
Wait,
please.
so you get your hair done with the other animals?
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense, I guess.
I gotta like stay in character.
Fair
Gotta
enough.
go
I mean,
there.
everyone else is gonna rush at the CD store probably, so
We'll have time to scope and the competition, and then we can go out and sneak our way in.
I guess they can at least redo my nails while we're there. I'm in. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. And then there's something I'm supposed to do. So we're gonna start with the Visigoths at Big Disc Energy. And let me figure out what I'm. I think I need like another tab open. Sorry, 1 second.
Tabs
This
on
mall is
tabs
huge.
on tabs.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be GM and otherwise.
Greens.
All right, and now you're going to Big Disc Energy. You're looking to buy the CD here? Or are you looking for any of the members of Zizek's Revenge?
We can multitask.
Okay.
CD is primary goal, though, I think.
Yes.
Great. Okay. So you enter Big Disc Energy, and this CD store has a particularly well-curated Acid House and Riot Girl sections. It caters to those who believe that music peaked with analog. So the store is dimly lit by the glow of Tron memorabilia, and every open surface in the store pretty much is covered in DIY zines and band posters held up by questionable amounts of duct tape. A faint scent of stale incense fills the air as you see some candy-colored beads scattered in the corner of the store. And as you walk in, you can't walk 2 feet without tripping over a stack of CDs or merch that hasn't been put back yet. So what would you like to do in this store?
I take a big deep breath. I love it here.
I'm going to begin scanning for the album.
All right, you look around and you see the front desk, and right next to the front desk, there is a display case with the logo for Zizek's Revenge on top, and you can see 2 versions of the CD. There is one row of just CDs, and then there's also a row of their limited edition sparkly eggplant colored vinyl, also on the display.
The regular, or do we want the deluxe? I think the Goths here prefer the deluxe. Although I don't understand their love of excess.
We require the deluxe, but we must also make sure that there's nothing left for our enemies.
The way you
There's
think.
There's a couple, you see that there's a couple copies of each.
Procure one of them, distract, and I'll take care of the rest.
So as you approach the display stand, you see behind the counter is Jimena. They are a 17-year-old Mexican non-binary riot girl style with long dark purple hair, flannel, dark makeup, fishnets, and a camo shirt. And they see you approach and just raise their eyebrows as you walk up to the display.
Take one of the shiny purple eggplant colored records, and I will flip it over. I'll look at the CD, like I'm really thinking about this. And then I'm going to put the CD back, take the record, and I'm going to go up and slap it down on the counter and lean in and be like, this, please.
So that's $15.
Yes. The money. The
I
money.
hear it's their only printing. So they might
It's
not have
rare.
more of those. Yeah. Can you believe they're going to be here today?
I cannot. I am excited. It is radical.
Yeah, totally.
And I'm going to be like rummaging in my like various pockets and bags and little things that I have on my belt. And finding, is this the money? And I'll take out a crisp 20. Set it down.
Yes, that's money. Yeah. So you want the vinyl, right?
Yes.
So instead of me giving you change, will you take one of my zines?
Oh, the zines. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, I make these little magazines, and I write about all of the cool goings on in the mall. And maybe I could write about you.
Love being written about. I'm Hildura, by the way.
Jimena, nice to meet you.
You as well. You as well.
So would you like my zine?
Yes, of course.
All right. So they will take your 20, and rather than giving you your 5 back, we'll pass you the vinyl and their own personal zine. You can tell it's all handwritten, hand drawn, just stapled on the edge. I don't know if you want to look through it, but to see the quality of the articles or the comics that they've drawn inside. But
well, I'm trying to keep their attention, so I will just like plop it down, like one elbow on the counter, have this between us, and flipping through and then asking him questions about like, oh, what was your idea for this?
Perfect.
Well,
And
go to gets it. Gets the treasure.
all right, and Goto, what are you doing right now?
I'm just going to steal all of the albums.
All right, that's definitely going to be a roll. Do you have any skills to help with this roll?
Theft. +3.
Really? That's wonderful.
I'm good at fear fighting and stealing.
You conquer those CDs.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, let's roll. So
Wow.
you're rolling against Jimena noticing that they're being distracted, as well as you're trying to steal.
Okay. I got an 11.
I got a
Fiona.
4.
Fiona's over here colonizing the CD store. I'm not okay with this.
Dang.
So how many did you steal?
I want to take all of them.
All right.
I don't know how many are there, but that's my goal. Whether that's possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that there are 3 vinyls there. In addition to the one that was already bought by Hildura. And there's about 20 CDs there. So if you'd have a bag that could fit 20 of them, it might be full looking.
I
That's
definitely
okay.
don't have a bag. In fact, the only thing I have is a spear. It is my character sheet is very specific on that. I will take the 3 vinyls and shove them like up under my breastplate, and any of the CDs I can fit if possible.
All right. Um, I'll say that
And
you take 2 of the CDs and shove them with the breastplate. Uh, and I think later on in the day, if you're doing anything athletic, I'm gonna say you might get a -1 to one of those CDs falling out.
nice. Um,
Awesome.
okay, I'm all about
Um,
making bad choices. Once once that's done, then letting
so
get a
Jimena,
oh, sorry.
Jimena doesn't notice that you've taken this, and Jimena's actually like very excitedly talking to Hildura about their zine and just going on and on about how they think that the security guard in the food court might be an alien, and they've written this whole big passage about that. Um, Now, is there anything else that you both want to do in the store before moving on?
Would like to get Jimena's number.
uh, so Jimena lets you know that they don't have a cell phone. Those things are really bulky. I've got a pager, but
What days
I
do
don't
you
know if it
work?
works. Yeah, you can just I work here, so you could always stop by and
Okay.
maybe I could interview you for my zine.
Yeah, this would be. Tildura
Well, I
is
could.
being honest.
Yeah.
She's like, sure.
uh, this makes Jimena's noticeably excited that you were listening to them talk about their zine and you stayed that whole time. So Jimena's definitely excited to maybe see you later at the pageant or at the signing. So
I will wave.
from there, yeah, from there we
And
will
wave.
move on to scrolling down to gerbil essences. So gerbil essences is this California cool hair salon is equipped with styling stations for humans and for pets. Uh, and I'll describe. All right. Uh, it has black leather chairs and oversized mirrors with neon lighting. And it has a punk meets Victorian vibe with vintage portraits of pets and gothic attire that is hung next to racks of hair dye in almost every color except blonde. The music is an eclectic mix of underground punk and classical. And as you walk in, you see a Bitter Herb, who is a 17-year-old boy sitting in a stylist chair, strumming a guitar. And you also see when you walk in Osvinthus, who is the drummer of Zizek's Revenge. Osvinthus is, see what he's wearing. He is wearing a uh he's got this whole like ancient warrior vibe going on for him, but he's got this like weird modern twist, like he doesn't really understand how to clash the two. He's wearing some battle armor, but he's also in a jewel t-shirt. So he's sitting there while his goat Pandora is currently getting a shampoo treatment in the stall right next to him by Kelly, who is a 17-year-old girl that also works at Gerbil Essences. So what do you want to do when you walk in?
Gonna be buzzing. Lilith. I think that's who. From camp? It's Ozzy.
Yeah, I forgot he was in the band.
I would know
Wow.
that go anywhere.
Oh yeah, he was the weird guy at the 4-H that kept following us around with the goat. I remember him now.
That's nice. We like goats here. They're cool.
You're the only animal I talked to.
Okay, well we can. Their name's Pandora.
Okay, I guess the name's kind of cool.
Yeah. We should go say hi.
Okay.
And so we're gonna
See,
kind of scurry up. And as soon as they get like enough in, Jinx is go, Ozzy? Is that you?
Osvinthus will look up. He was just staring off, seemingly into space. Oh, hello. From the club, right?
H. Yeah. I know it was like
You-
like summer and everything.
Yes, you remember Pandora?
How could I forget?
Yes. Pandora is my favorite fainting goat. Only the best for Pandora.
Their coat's already looking so luscious.
Mhm. These bi-weekly grooming sessions here at Gerbil Essences.
That made sense. We do the same for Jaints.
Because you
They
know
do.
that whole pageant later on this evening, and we heard that Zizek's Revenge is doing a signing with the new album. How cool!
Oh, yes, we have a new album. I almost forgot. Uh yes, we're judging that pageant actually.
I don't expect any special treatment because like we're friends, but you know me and Lilith are gonna like be entering.
That's fun.
We're still getting our I think our act together. Um we'd love to come chat before the event later and meet the rest of the band. You told us so much about them all summer.
They are all right. Uh they party a little hard. I'm not so much a partier.
Me neither.
Yeah, same.
I like quiet naps, but I do like
I like
music.
goats.
Goats are cool.
I'm gonna go.
Oh,
You know, Ozzy, this look you got going on, the armor and the t-shirt, like, do you mind if I like kind of like help kind of space this out for like better like drummability?
oh, sure.
Um,
Let's do it.
so Jinx is gonna like, I would assume like he's probably got like shoulder pauldrons on kind of little awkwardly, and she'll kind of like go and readjust
and-
them a little bit,
Yeah.
and maybe you know find maybe there's like what am I thinking about like within a salon, you know, find a way to kind of like move, like maybe steal some of the like chains off her belt or like her pants and kind of like put them on to make like a cool cross section.
Perfect.
Make it look like really
Yes.
cool armor.
Um, do you have a skill that might help with how this will turn out?
No.
Okay, well, let's roll to see how this is gonna
No.
actually look. Your
You got
makeover.
this. Believe in you.
Let me do some cat dice. I got a 10.
Nice. Okay, I got a 7. So he looks down and to see your handiwork and is like, oh, I never thought to do that with the chains. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like this. Yes. Remind me of your name again. I forget. Pandora is
Jinx.
very distracting.
Yeah, it's Jinx.
Jinx, yes.
And this is Lilith.
Jinx and Lilith. Yeah, definitely. If you come back for the signing, you can, if I see you, get my attention and you can maybe skip the line.
Perfect.
I mean, 4-H camp kind of taught me a lot with like ropes and everything, so I figured that would kind of help.
And I can probably do something for Pandora as well.
Well, what do you have in mind?
I could probably make his colors pop a little bit more. I see they're giving him a manicure. I got an idea. So I want to do like a gel polish on all his nails, but I want to imbue it with magic so that it like sparkles and stuff by using my haunt skill. So it makes it like a spooky, like glowing effect on all of his nails and his horns too, like the tips
Wonderful.
of his horns.
I'm not gonna ask for a roll for that. I'm just gonna say it works and it looks awesome. Pandora has never looked better.
Oh, yeah.
And Osvinthus is just really blown away by how cool Pandora looks. Like you've never seen him this happy. That was amazing. How do you do that?
It's a little bit of practice, a little bit of magic.
That's so cool.
Should last for a few days at least. If you want it to last longer, just let me know later.
Of course, definitely. Thank you so much. You both are so nice. I'm not used to Malgoths being so nice.
We may be Malgoths, but we know each other from camp. There's a different kind of bond there.
True.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're all 4-H Goths, so it all works out.
peace.
That H is for hardcore.
Hell yeah.
At this point, Kelly, the girl who is shampooing Pandora, when you pulled Pandora away, comes over to grab Pandora and was like, "Oh, I still need to like put him through the blow dryer. Are you cool? You done here?"
Yeah, sorry, Kelly, go ahead.
So she'll grab Pandora away.
I think James wanted to be next whenever you're done with Pandora. The usual.
Sure, she'll yell back from the blow drying space. Is there anything else you'd like to do in gerbil essences before we move on?
I think we slayed.
Yeah, I think we're good. I think we did exactly what we wanted to do here.
Wonderful. All right, so we're moving into late morning, and as both groups are leaving the stores that they stopped at, the first signs of the pageant preparation are starting to appear. So some hastily taped up flyers advertising the event are scattered across store windows. Some of them have already started being blown away by the mall's overpowered air conditioning. And a few bored-looking mall workers are half-heartedly setting up the stage. They've laid out a few folding chairs, and they're arguing over whether or not the fog machine is working. And every few minutes, you see that it sputters out a like pitiful wisp of smoke. And then there's a stack of uninflated black balloons that sit in a sad pile nearby. So I'll move over to the Visigoths. Where would you like to go next?
Now we should probably go find Vixen Razor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll go to Dracula video.
Great. And to know if we're going to the same place or not, Malgoths, where would you be heading next?
I have an idea. I want to go to where the stage is at.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
Okay, we're probably gonna go to the stage.
Awesome. So the stage is, let me look at the map. The stage is in the food court area, which is right near Floppy Joe's Cyber Chili and Lemon Theodosius. But the stage technically would be a hallway area.
I mean, we can do the hallway and then just like grab food at one of those places, I guess.
Sounds good. So
Go to the
going
Cyber Chili.
All right. Then going to Dracula video first. Wrong tab. All right, Dracula video. Dracula video has mall goth loyalty, and that's something you would know before walking into it. But the store has an unusually well curated cult, horror, and foreign film sections, and it has flickering neon vampire bats in the window. It seems to be perpetually trapped in a spooky eternal Halloween. The aisles are lined with VHS boxes that look like they were salvaged from the bottom of a crypt. And only the most dedicated goth cinephiles can appreciate the painstakingly organized vampire movies no one's heard of section. And there's a constant low hum in the store. So you walk in and you see behind the counter Fritz Fang, the boy who works at Dracula Video. And you also see in the hall the edge of a spiked leather coat, which you think might be Vixen Razor. So what would you like to do?
Well, first I would like to whip off my cloak and put it down on the ground so that we can put all of the CDs and records in it and just carry it like a little knapsack over the shoulder.
That's smart.
And then keeping the one copy of the vinyl and my little zine in my arm.
Mm-hmm.
And just slowly saunter in like I belong there when I clearly don't.
All right. As you walk in, Fritz will look up from the movie that was playing on the TV. And Fritz is 17. He's got extremely voluminous blonde chest hair sticking out from his tank top he's wearing. You can see he's got kind of pointed ears, and they're a little overly hairy. He looks up, gives you a suspicious glare as you walk in, and asks, "Oh, can I help you?"
Looking for films. Horror films. The scary kind? Yes, we are. Go with it.
We've got a lot of films here.
Do you have any
just got in
recommendations for the scary things?
my favorite. Well, we just got in Medieval Dead 2. It's actually your Visigoth. It's a Visigoth film.
I wonder if it is accurate. Yes, point me in that direction.
Sure. We just stacked a bunch of them in aisle 2.
March over to where I saw the elbow of the leather jacket.
Yep.
What was playing on the TV? What was he watching?
So he was watching. You see, it's some weird animated movie. You see a bunch of like glam cats on it. You can't really pick it out. The VHS keeps skipping a little bit and having that like weird corrupt image, like that VHS has been played one too many times. But there's definitely like humanoid cats, animated cats involved. Uh,
I'll just follow Hildura.
so, as you walk into the aisle, you see Vixen Razor, who is non-binary, 18 years old, and they are the lead singer and guitar player of Zizek's Revenge. So they are wearing a leather jacket that's adorned with spikes and chains. They have a jet black mohawk that's perfectly sculpted, and they have their signature razor blade earrings. So you can see that seems like they're looking intently through the aisle currently.
As we are walking up, just going to whisper to Hildura, "We found her. What are we trying to do?"
Make friends.
That's it?
Yes?
Excellent. We're very friendly.
Yes, Goda, you are the most friendly. I'll pat their arm. Maybe we leave the spear behind.
I'm just going to give you a look like, what would we do?
We'll just march up and just kind of stand next to them without actually engaging until we get to a point where I feel like we're kind of looking the same direction. I'll be like, do you have recommendations for these scary films?
Oh, uh, yeah, like I've been looking for this one for so long. I'm so glad that they have it here, and pulls out this VHS that says Plan 9 from Outer Space. It's really a misunderstood masterpiece, but unfortunately this is the only copy, it seems. But if they have another one, this would be my recommendation for
Aliens.
sure. Yeah.
That is good. Aliens. Yes, aliens.
Well, it's Plan 9 from Outer Space. Aliens is a whole other thing.
But it is about alien extraterrestrial creatures not of this earth.
Yeah, but I
I've
think it
heard
might be like an
tale.
allegory. Yeah.
An allegory. I've heard tale that the janitor in the food court is also an alien.
Huh. That's a new one.
What is it an allegory for?
You know, like feeling out of place, like and how everyone will treat you differently. And they start to go off on this like existential monologue about how this movie, Plan 9 from Outer Space, and all the fiction about aliens is really just talking about the feeling of being alienated in day-to-day life. And they make it sound very deep, but it's really like a surface level deep explanation.
But I am totally caught up in it, and I'm absolutely 100% on board, and this film is now my favorite film, despite having never seen it, as I can feel it speaking to my out of time Visigoth soul.
Right.
We're hanging on every word, both of us.
um so they finish monologuing to you, and they're like, oh yeah, so I mean, what are you looking for? Are you gonna get this one if they get more in stock, or
I'd like to see it. It
What if we
sounds
watch it now?
enthralling.
I don't really have time to watch it now. I've got a couple more shops I want to go to before or later.
What is later?
You don't recognize me?
Should I?
Probably. I'm
She's in the band.
yeah, I'm the
I
lead
know
singer
that.
of Zizek's Revenge. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't want to bring it up. I was trying to be polite.
I think it's polite to recognize someone.
But is it polite to think that we came over solely to speak to you when we just happened to speak to you?
I could kind of see where you're going. Yeah. So are you gonna
Because
come to one of my signing later?
Well, yes, and I'll like peep out. Like it has to be one of like the old like paper bags. Just peep it out. Help.
Oh,
Yes.
nice. You got the eggplant one.
Yes,
We only did like 100 copies of that one.
it's very nice.
Sweet.
But we would like to come later, if that
Cool.
is okay with you.
I mean, yeah, I think it's open to everybody. So maybe we shouldn't allow those mall goths to get autographs.
Oh, you have allegiance?
Oh, I'm a Visigoth too.
Ah, there's a stick together.
Yeah.
Remember that for later. Um, because like Hildura is trying to not let on that we've actually been stalking this person.
I think
But I don't
Vixen
think
is a little suspicious after, and like a kind of you can tell that they're kind of offended that you pretended not to know who they were, but
Mhm.
also you're still a Visigoth, so it's like giving you a little bit of a stink eye, but still willing to engage with you.
Well,
you find it alienating to be so well known that people would treat you differently approaching you in a store.
Good use of their when you speak up, Vixen will look to you and you'll see their eyes light up. Like, yeah, definitely, that's exactly it. It's so bleak. And then they'll go off on another monologue to you. But then mid monologue they'll be like, "Oh, dang, it's almost afternoon. I've got a couple more stops to go to. Are you all going to the little mix pageant?"
We were competing in it.
Oh, cool. We're actually the celebrity judges. They didn't announce that yet. But yeah. Do you know what song you're gonna play for your talent portion?
I know it's going to play for our talent portion.
Something off of the album that we totally know the names to one of the songs. Absolutely, because I'm sure we already heard on the radio what like one of the hit singles was already, and that is entirely what we were planning on doing. That we totally know the name to.
Yes. Primo.
Cool. Yeah, yeah. I think if you play a song off our album, it's definitely just gonna go over well with us as judges. My personal favorite is God is gay and we're living in a capitalist nightmare.
That is my new favorite
It's the
song.
third. It's the third track. Third track.
That too is my favorite.
Rad. Well, I hope to see you at the pageant, but I do gotta get going. It was nice to meet you.
Yeah. Oh,
Remember, you have community. Do not feel alienated.
yes.
Stop this or smack the spear on the ground.
They will
Notice how much.
give you a head nod as they very coolly turn away without saying a true goodbye and walk out of the store.
Well done,
There.
Goda. You've conquered this mission.
Is there anything else you'd like to do in Dracula video?
We're gonna get evil, your medieval dead too.
Awesome. So you go up to Fritz and you say that you're down for a medieval dead too. Yeah, so it's actually like it's a student film, so we're giving that one away for free.
Free is good.
Yeah, so here's Here, I'm sure the student's gonna be happy that somebody else is appreciating this artistic beauty of this movie.
I will take the VHS. Yes, it is excellent.
Awesome.
Radical.
Great. And if that ends
Yes.
Dracula video, we can move over to the stage area where the stage is just starting to be set up with the Goths. What are you doing around the stage area?
Bad, I swear.
Yeah, we're totally just innocently checking out the area and stuff to get ready for our performance. Whereabouts is the judges table?
It is one of those 6-foot folding tables that's just being set up at the edge of the food court, like right in front of the cyber chili.
I gesture to it. I'm like, I'm gonna be over there. Can you cause a distraction?
You know, I have just the thing.
Perfect. You go, and once you're in position, I will do
Oh,
something.
you'll know. It will be a scene.
Perfect.
So Jinx will kind of like walk towards like where the stage is being set up and
Mhm.
near where like they're kind of fiddling with that fog machine, trying to like fix it, make it work. It's sputtering.
Mhm.
And as she kind of gets close, she's gonna start going into like a coughing fit. Like maybe she's having an allergic reaction. She's gonna do it so dramatically, coughing and hissing and crying out, I think I'm having, oh no, and is gonna play dead. It's just gonna fall to
Aw.
the ground and just dead.
And who are you trying to distract? The few mall workers that are setting up the stage area?
Everyone who's dealing with the competition
Great.
stage and everything. Like I'm like making this big wild thing to be like, oh look at me, security.
And Lilith, what are you doing while this distraction's happening?
I'm just like waiting nearby the judges table, and once I see that they're distracted, I want to imbue the judges table with my haunt skill to make it so that any other contestants that look at it get terrified of the band.
That's good. All right, let's do
Not
this as a
us.
2-part roll. Let's see the distraction of the few
get a
bored
bonus.
mall. Yeah,
I get a bonus for this one.
what's your bonus?
That's a +2 because it's a specialty of mine. I love possums.
Like,
8.
I got a 5. So the mall workers, the 3 that are there starting to set up the stage, rush over to you, and trying to make sure you're okay, see if you're still breathing.
I can hold my breath
And
for a really long time.
and let's see how successful the haunt of this table is.
Awesome. I also get a +2 to haunt.
Mhm.
Okay, that's 9 on the dice, so that's an 11.
Nice. I got a 10.
Oof.
So that was close.
Okay.
But you were successful in haunting the table and then making the Visigoths be scared of the judges' table for later.
Hell yeah. Perfect. Once that's done, I like go over. So Jane's gonna be like, James, are you okay? Oh my god, and then start fretting over you just to like play up so we can like get out of here.
Oh, okay, I'm good. I don't know what came over me. I guess I was.
Did
She
you forget
just
to
kinda
did you
hops
forget
up
to
and is
breathe
like,
again?
yeah, I was thinking a little bit too hard.
Come on, let's go get you some food. And I just take them over to the food court.
Awesome. And where in the food court are you trying to go? Floppy Joe's Cyber Chili or Lemon Theodosis?
uh,
These or
something along the
chili.
line.
Awesome. Chili?
Yeah, let's do chili. Why not?
Great.
Party. There's
All
internet
right.
there. I can go on LimeWire.
My
So
God.
Floppy Joe's Cyber Chili is a bizarre fusion of a 1990s cyber cafe and a chili restaurant. It's where mall goers come to surf the internet on these like really clunky, outdated computers, and they burn their tongues on suspiciously spicy chili. The walls are plastered with giant floppy disks painted in neon colors, and there's a distinct 90s cyber vibe. And a robotic voice that announces every food order like it's a mission from the X-Files.
Love
I'm
that.
out here raving. Somehow I've pulled glow sticks out of my pockets.
Where do you fit those?
That's the great thing about cargo pants. There's so many pockets.
I mean, I can just do this. Can I just make my one light up? Is that a roll? Just make it light up to match the glow stick.
I'm gonna say no roll needed.
Perfect.
It is
Yeah,
a
I just
magical.
like tap it. I don't really need those, but yeah, I like that, I guess. Are you hungry? I feel like we can get some food and maybe like get an idea what we're actually gonna do for this show.
Yeah. Oh, we should probably look up the songs on the internet.
I do like the one new song on their album, Dancing with Satan in the Moonlight. It's so good.
True.
It's like their last song on the album, but like the dance beat to it is amazing.
Oh my gosh. You could sing and I can dance and we'll win.
Works for me.
That's what it's a plan.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I guess we'll get some food.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for this we're just gonna grab food and look up the lyrics and just start practicing for the
Yeah.
show.
Map out choreography.
Yeah.
So as you walk to the counter, you see Joe with a puff paint t-shirt with a giant floppy disk on it that says Floppy Joe's. He's an older man, he's got thick glasses, and he greets you. Oh hey guys, good to see you. Here to get on the internet today or get some food?
Sorry, I'm like dying. I'm looking at Joe in the off screen and just picturing him in this outfit. So great.
I think a little bit of both.
Great. So it's $5 an hour for our dial-up. You can surf the web. It's such a joy to connect to the internet. We're really living in the future here. And then we've got the cyber chili special, or a bite-sized burrito, or some floppy fries, or the hacker dog. That's a brand new one we just added to the menu. Probably haven't had that one yet.
Yeah, I think we'll just split some of the fries and get some of the burritos. And then we need like an hour. An hour? Good?
Yeah, 1 hour. I want to try one of those hacker dogs.
Great. So the hacker dog is $2. Burritos are $2, and fries, since we give such a large portion, they're $3. I hope that's not too much for you kids.
No, that's fine.
I get a good allowance. How about I get the internet and my dog and you get the other ones?
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
So it's 7 for
So
you and
For you.
7 for me. Yeah.
Joe will put it in your order, handwrite your order on the little sheet, and then he'll clip it in the back. But you realize there's not actually a cook there; it's just Joe doing it all. So he will go out over and get you set up on one of the computer stations, and then he'll run to the back kitchen and start preparing your order. When your order is ready, the robot announcement will call it for you to come to the counter to get it. But you are on the internet.
Perfect.
All right.
I think I'm just gonna look up the lyrics to the song and then like write them down in a notebook. That way we can practice in between stuff as we're going on the day.
I love the prep.
Yeah. We're here to win, Jem, okay?
All right.
We're here to
Um,
compete.
Exactly.
Other than surfing the digital information superhighways, or anything else you want to do at Floppy Joe's, or are we ready to move on?
Do we see anything else of note here?
Not really. It's just some other people checking their AOL Instant Messenger nearby. Um, one of the computers is just a blue screen, and somebody keeps like hitting it with the side of their hand. Uh, but other than that, nothing really of note.
Well, while we're surfing the interwebs, being a little cute little cyber kitty here, before Discord kittens were a thing, I had to shoehorn it in somehow.
I love it. I love it.
Um, maybe Jinx gets onto like AIM real quick, pops that little boop thing on, and somehow gets into the system, does a little, Matrix-y esque dive thing, and sends out a mass like AIM pop to anybody around, and who else may possibly rear on a computer somewhere, maybe the computer's at the mall, where a message goes out to come support the mall goths later on.
Ooh. Ooh. So let's see if you you have anything to help you
Yes.
hack.
Hack electronics.
Yes.
That's a +2.
Hell
Great.
yeah.
Let's roll for this.
Our skiller's built for sabotage. It's so great.
Ooh.
Oddly enough, I got a 9.
I got a 12.
Damn
Oh,
it.
damn.
I'm not up to snuff. I am shoving a hot dog in my mouth, and I'm slightly distracted.
I just think it's a good idea, so I like to start scratching on your head behind your ear, and it probably distracts you like too much.
like starts hitting real quick. Ooh.
So you end up only setting your away message to this message, but not sending it out to you as a massive blast.
You can't win them all.
What's your AIM name though? What's your username? You can't not tell us this.
XX_J1X_XX.
Perfect.
Keep it simple, keep it classy.
All right. Anything else you want to do at Floppy Joe's, or are you moving on to the afternoon?
I think we're good, right? I don't think I have anything else.
Great. So I think that's actually a good point to take a break. If we're good with that.
Yeah.
So we'll be back in, let me look at the time. Do we want to do 7:55 p.m. Pacific? Is that good for us?
Yeah, works for me.
7 minutes
That
or
works.
so. Great.
Be back soon.
Welcome back, adventurers, to Goodberry Cafe. We are here playing Visigoths versus Goths. To catch you up so far, there is the Little Mix pageant today. What is the name of the pageant called? Little Mix Scare All pageant today at the mall, and it can determine who is the gothiest goth of them all. And the Mall Goths and the Visigoths are have made a bet that the losing team has to stay away from the mall for a whole summer of this pageant. So there's a lot at stake. You don't want to be mall-less for a summer. That could mean the end of your social life.
Especially when you literally had the word mall in your name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also happening at the mall
That
today
was-
is Zex's Revenge. The awesome band is here shopping at the mall, and they're doing a signing of their latest CD in the early evening. So it is now afternoon. For time's sake, we have, just so anyone watching can understand, we have mashed early afternoon and late afternoon blocks together so we can stay a little bit on time and make sure we're done at a reasonable hour. But in the afternoon, you can tell that the mall is a buzz with goths, Visigoths,
buzz.
and confused mall goers. And they all seem to be talking about the pageant. You overhear someone arguing about whether the Crow soundtrack is too mainstream for the event. You see someone carrying around their pet gerbil who clearly just got a black manicure at Gerbil Essences. The mall music has now shifted to full on goth mode. You hear some weird song being played that has this really deep organ melody behind it. And then it's a poorly timed cut to the Friends theme song, and some people that you're passing immediately boo until it changes back. The stage in the food court does look like it's almost fully prepped at this point. There's giant black curtains that have been hung up and flickering lanterns that were placed around it to set the mood. There is an inflatable bat that has been hung from the ceiling. He's a little deflated, but it's still hanging on as if it's eager for the evening's event. And the fog machine was fixed, so it's now working almost too well that people are starting to trip on things that they can't see in the area of the food court. So, turning to our goths, as you prepare for tonight's pageant and the band signing, Visigoths, where would you like to go next?
We will go to what's it called? It's the question mark. Totally
Totally
random.
random.
Totally
Okay.
random.
And Malgoths, where were you heading after your chili stop?
You know what? What a coincidence. I think we'll stop there too.
Such a coinky dink.
Yeah.
Weird.
Weird.
Oh, weird.
Okay. So totally random is probably the most interesting option you could stop at on this map. And I think it's a really cool homage to the people who donated to their Kickstarter. So the game rules for totally random are slightly different than the rest of them all. So I'm going to ask you all to describe what the store looks like. And then make up a new clerk together from your imagination. If you have trouble thinking of a clerk, I'm just going to ask you each to take a sentence to describe the totally random as a store, and I've got the clerk. So you don't have to worry about the clerk, but if you each could add a sentence to the description of what the totally random store is. It has unknown loyalty. We're not sure if it's Visigoth or Malgoth. But everything in the guide to Totally Random was created by the Kickstarter backers for this game, with help from the Visigoths for Malgoth's design team. And it is a store that sells different weird stuff every day, and it keeps so many employees on the payroll that nobody knows anyone's schedule. So,
Great.
given that,
What
does anyone
if-
want to go first?
What if we split and half of us describe the store, half of us describe the shopkeeper?
That works for me.
Hmm.
I'll start off with the shop then. Just picture this: Spencer's on
Yeah.
crack.
I thought Spencer's was crack.
No, it's worse. It's worse. Like take the worst Spencer you've seen and just multiply it like by 1,000. That's what the vibe is.
That's sketch.
I would like to add on to that if I may.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, Sam.
To to add on, so the Spencer's motif, obviously, the vibe inside is just jam-packed like a Las Vegas trinket shop. There's just like t-shirts that are horrible puns and everything that you can imagine of like the worst like things you could buy like for dads. And you have all of these horrible hodgepodge of kind of
There's definitely a bacon themed gift basket.
Yes.
There. Yeah.
God.
Yes.
100%.
You get me.
Man, do I have the shopkeep for you?
Yes.
So behind one of the counters, probably not fully paying attention, diligent over a clipboard, is a middle-aged man, potentially balding, wearing, polo, khakis, New Balance white shoes. Very basic dad. His name's Greg.
Greg.
Absolutely doing the most, but also the least.
Mm-hmm.
I love him already.
Yeah.
But
And,
what they did not mention is that he is also literally a dragon.
Yes.
Secret
Yes,
Greg,
and this is
dragon.
his
the
heart.
dragon.
Wonderful.
Now, is this a real dragon or is he that's
Literally a
persona?
real dragon. Literally a real one.
That
Yeah.
explains
There's
the
magic in this
random-
game. Why can't there be dragons?
That
They came
explains the
back from
randomness of the inventory.
Yeah.
He just hoarded everything.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
beautiful.
Only
That's
those
so
with true
good.
sight see his true form.
Awesome.
I love it.
Ooh, okay. With Greg, give me 1 second to determine what our special item is that's available today.
Mhm.
Uh,
Man,
that's
we had to
perfect.
fight over this. Instead of the eggplant vinyl, it's the special 1 of 1 peach vinyl
Oh my god.
of Zezik's Revenge. No one knew it was made because in the darkness, there was one vinyl to rule them all.
Oh my god.
Don't let me get away with this.
I love it. No, keep going. Keep adding
No.
on to it. I'm
Yeah.
down for this.
There's lore now, guys. I'm in.
There's a lore drop that makes it official, I think.
Mhm.
Actually, we're in Middle Earth now. He's plot twist. The dragon,
Oh.
Smog.
Oh god.
All right. All right, so we've got all 4 players in the same scene. What happens as you all stumble into totally random the Spencer's on Crack store that is jam-packed with trinkets and puns, and you almost can't even see the shelves. It's covered with so many things. And then you all walk in and you see Greg behind the counter with his clipboard. Seems like he's very focused, looking up at a shelf and writing a bunch of things on the paper on his clipboard. What would you like to do as you walk in?
I'm eyeing the manga. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
I'm gonna say that
them.
the Visigoths stepped in moments before the Molgoths, and as you're taking in the space and looking around, that's when the Molgoths step in.
I would have immediately gone to Greg to ask him what the special is today.
Oh, Oh, hey there. 1 second. I've just gotta finish inventory. Check. Okay. Well. Oh, today is yes specials. We've got digital watches today. And he points to a shelf way in the back of the store.
It's
This is the best technology in the market. Even Joe, who likes to compete and think he has the best technology with the internet. Nope. We do here with these digital watches. This is what all the kids will be wearing tomorrow. So you can get ahead of the game if you buy a digital watch today.
I will just like turn and walk away from him mid
no.
sentence.
It's like I saw a hand point and I look. Jinx is sprinting on all fours. We're talking like animal run. It looks a little weird for a normal person because oh my god, it's a person running on all fours. But I'm built different.
My God.
Dura's a
he'll yell
little
after
freaked
you.
out.
As you walk away, he's like, "Oh, I mean, it's only $25, and you could be part of the future." As you walk away.
I already am.
Jesus.
See a cat. Don't even care.
What is Lilith doing right now?
I think Lilith, seeing Gona at the front counter, is not going to approach them because they're scared of them. And it's going to start browsing the shelves and seeing if there's anything like of interest that could help us either out for the show, or even see if there's like a copy of the CD here while we're here, because it was just random shit here.
There's a bunch of random shit. Do you have anything that can help you look for interesting stuff?
I don't think so. Let me see.
So I might have you do the equivalent of a perception roll.
No, it would
See
just
if
be
you
flat.
find-
It would just be flat.
Okay, let's do a flat roll. And see what you
Okay.
find in the store.
It's a 9.
Okay. You're wandering, looking around, trying to avoid Goda, and you see off underneath a pile of fabric and random clothes in the corner, a pointed toe. You move some of the fabric over, and you find this pair of pointed toe boots that has like it's like knee-high boots and with so many buckles, lots and lots of buckles on them. And they're made of like this it seems like it might actually be real leather.
Yeah, I'll grab the boots.
All right. While you're gathering the boots, Hildura, what are you doing in the store?
Vaguely freaked out about Jinx running on all fours. Because animals freak me out, man.
Oh yeah.
So I'm staying away from that. I'm just gonna go up and chat with Greg.
Mhm.
Ask him who he's seen today. Anything cool in the shop today? Anyone of note?
As you walk up to Greg, speaking of which, you see you're walking up to Greg, and in the door, the counter is in the front of the store, and the store just seems to go back forever. You don't know how far back those shelves go, but in the front, you see this girl walk in. She's young. She's got the sharpest eyeliner you've ever seen in your life. Her winged eyeliner comes to the most perfect point. So you know instantly that this is Tessa Golightly, the bass player of Zizek's Revenge. She walks in with a fierce stare. She's got fishnet stockings and combat boots and a leather jacket covered in patches. She walks in confidently. and just is looking around at the shelves. Greg looks up at you and I tried to tell your friend about this. He interrupted me doing my they interrupted me doing my inventory, but we got digital watches today, if you'd like.
Digital watch to
Yeah,
always know the time.
shock resistant, water resistant, date, time, day of the week, a backlit display. You're glowing a little bit. It glows just like you.
Wow, an accessory. I like accessories.
It's only $25. Can't promise we'll have them in stock tomorrow.
Very good, very good. I will nod like, yes, this is great, and then turn towards Tessa
Beautiful.
and just be like, hello. Your
I will
eyeliner is sharp like a knife.
Oh, thanks. I'm interested in one of those digital watches. Can you tell me more about it? So she walks up to Greg and asks Greg a little bit more about the watch. I'm looking for a gift for my bandmate, Grimly. You know, our synth player. It's his birthday, but he won't tell anyone about that. So keep it secret. But I'm trying to figure out what he might like, and it just seems like this store might have something for him. And while that conversation's happening, I want to know what's happening in the back of the store with Jinx and Goda.
I would have actually started, hopefully not creepily, following Lilith around as the object of my crush, but also being terrified.
Oh my God.
Which, since you are also terrified of me, it probably just seems like I'm like stalking you with a spear.
Yeah, that's why I'm
God.
terrified of you.
Beautiful.
My God. I'm definitely
Like,
doing a yoinks.
My
Just like
God.
take it up front. Because I assume there's like what, only one. Seems like a very
The-
limited edition trinket store.
Yeah. There's probably only one of each thing in the store. Are you grabbing the watch?
Oh, hell yes I am.
Nice. Okay.
Sick.
There's a lot going on. So I will. And you're trying to steal it or buy it?
Attempt to buy it, and we'll see what happens. I
Okay,
got plans.
You grab the watch and you. I'm assuming. Do you walk normally up to the
At that
counter?
point, once
or...
I've gotten, I'm like, she stands up. All right, see, I know I'm fast. That animal in me. I had a dog in me earlier.
Oh no. As Greg is telling Tessa about the watch, his attention, he sees you stand up after being on all fours. And his eyes flick to the side like a little too fast. It's a little creepy for anyone who's looking at his eyes. And he shakes himself as if he's like writing himself again. And he turns to you and he's like, "Oh, seems like you've grabbed the watch. That's our special today. Are you looking to purchase that?"
Seems
Today?
really cool and like goes with my aesthetic.
Yeah, I
Definitely.
think it's important to be on the ground floor of new innovations.
Right. Like to be on time for things, like, jobs and whatnot.
Yeah, so that is $25 today.
Greg, don't you remember the employee discount?
Do you work at the mall?
Yeah, I work here.
That's good. Roll a persuasion.
You did
Or-
say that no one
yeah.
knew.
No one knows.
Yeah.
I remember.
That's a good one.
Hell yeah.
And I need a watch for my job. It's a nice hefty 30% discount. I'd rather not be 5 fingers.
What'd
Hey,
you get?
it's mid 7, but I don't know if it's lucky.
got it. I got a 3.
Oh yeah.
So he looks at you suspiciously, but then he's like, "Oh, yeah, sure.
30%.
Oh, then that'll be
1750.
17. Thanks." I'm just like trying to do the math.
Already did it. I planned this out.
Yeah, because we only have $18 left each.
Uh, 1750 then. And the watch is yours. And then you're part of the future. And go show that off to old Joe over there.
I will. I mean, I'm always over at Joe's internet cafe. He's real good with technology, like me. She's gonna slap down the $18. Probably gets 50 cents back. I'll use it on stickers later.
Mm-hmm. All right. So the watch is, I'm going to describe the watch to you. It's peak 1990s technology. It has a chunky plastic band. And if you set the time on the watch back 6 seconds, you can rewind time by that much. This allows you to re-roll a dice roll that you've just made, and you must use the new result. And no one else knows that the time has been rewound, but you remember everything from the original timeline. If you use the watch to rewind time, you gain the hurt feeling ashamed because you have to live with the knowledge that you cheated to succeed.
I can live with that.
Note, this watch only allows you to rewind time by 6 seconds, but if that technology exists, what does that mean for the Visigoths' chances of getting back to ancient Rome?
The butterfly effect.
So Tessa
Huh?
sees you by the watch. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, let us go home.
Yeah. I guess, he's not really interested in that kind of stuff anyways, but and she looks around. I'm not really sure there's anything here that's really his style. What are the rest of you doing in the story now?
I feel like I'm wandering towards the front, especially if I notice Grona's following me. I'm going to seek out Jinx immediately because I'm terrified. I need my attack dog.
Oh, sweet. Scary dog privileges? Let's go.
So yeah, I'll take these like knee-high boots with me up to the front. As Tessa's conversation's over. Like, oh, you're Tessa, right? You're from the band? You're
Yeah.
the bass
thanks for-
player, right?
Yes.
We-
It's so fun.
Yeah, I love your eyeliner, by the way. It's great.
Thanks. I try really hard. I really care about and my look. So, thanks for appreciating it.
Of course. Did I hear you were looking for a gift for Grimsley?
Yeah, it's his birthday, but don't tell anyone. I'm trying to find him a gift. I just don't think anything in this store is really screams him.
Well, I was gonna buy these for myself, but they're really cool. Would he like these boots? I just hold up the knee-high, like heavily buckled emo-looking boots.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna take a look at the boots. No, to be honest, they're not really his style. He's more like he wears suits a lot.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. I think
Yeah.
if you go to, I'm gonna look up like a random ass store.
Jump in and ask if he likes movies.
He doesn't talk much. He likes writing, he likes
Okay.
poems.
Hmm.
He might be British. He hasn't really explained where he's from.
Mm.
I feel like if he liked a movie, it would be something like really obscure.
The perfect thing for you.
Yeah.
This is a, what do they call it? Art house film. Very rare.
Mm.
And I'll pull out the medieval, medieval
Oh,
God.
tattoo.
Oh, awesome. And it's like a homemade VHS case, like that somebody's put the title in on a piece of like lined paper. It's like, oh my gosh, this seems right
Yeah.
up his alley.
Yeah. I've heard it is an excellent film, movie thing.
Awesome. This is so like anti-commercialism. I
Mhm.
think it's perfect. How much do you want for this?
Of course, it is a gift.
Oh, thanks.
Just,
Thanks so much. feel like this is really gonna make his birthday.
yes. Just remember that the Visigoths giving.
Sure. She'll say that. And look around and realize that she's in this story, there's both Visigoths and Mogoths, and she's like,
Mm.
she just like clocks that. And Greg goes back to his doing inventory. Um, uh, what are you up to? Are you still following Lilith, Coda? Or-
Yeah, probably. I really don't have much to add to the scene at this point. I would just be awkwardly trying to approach and failing horribly.
See, no, you're just interjecting the awkward bye.
I will buy these boots since Tessa doesn't want them, I guess. I'll buy them and then immediately put them on.
Greg hears you. Here's the rejection to the boots, and it's like, those boots are $20. Unfortunately, can't go lower on that one. No employee discount there. That's already including it.
Oh damn, I don't have enough then.
I'm gonna put $20 down on the counter.
I'll be like, oh, hi, Gona.
Hello.
That was so nice of you. Like my character's heart's just beating really fast. Someone Gona just like came literally right behind with the spear.
Beautiful.
I
Full
think
armor.
you would look nice in those. And then like run out the store.
Oh.
Ooh, because you said this earlier, can Gona potentially drop a CD when they run away?
Or an album, or like one of those
Look-
fancy vinyls.
Roll for it.
Nope.
We had
Because-
them in
No.
the cape.
Oh, it's in the
cape bag.
yeah, you're
It's in
right.
my cape knapsack.
It's in the
Now?
knapsack.
Ha,
so
ha, ha.
no.
I don't know, man. I'm looking a little hungry.
Fair enough. It's only two and one now. They did run away.
Oh, no.
I put the boots on immediately after they buy them. It's like, that's really weird. I guess they got boots for free.
Wait, where's Hildura? I know Goda ran.
Oh,
Where's Hildura?
Hildura was wrapping up with the bassist and just like
As
look
you're-
at Goda running
As you're
I
and
probably
Lilith
just,
with
like,
the boots.
Be outside hiding behind like a potted plant, trying to be sneaky and failing.
Mm-hmm.
do you guys like know like when cats like hide and like they get that gleam in their eyes kind of get a little bit big? Yeah, it's happening right now.
Oh no.
Jinx singles
Oh, no.
out Hildura and is like, yes. And because we want to win, I'm feeling a little feisty because we need a little bit of something fun. She's gonna
The god. Oh,
glomping. I know it's
as
probably
soon
a
as
little
you
bit.
start,
There's a little bit of potentially a glomp thing about to happen.
Beautiful.
I was gonna say as soon as like you lock eyes, Hildura is just like the god Thor.
And so that'll happen. Glomp. And unfortunately, because I'm a cat now,
Oh no.
it has done something to me.
My God.
I will now bite you.
Beautiful.
I
That's a-
defend my teammate. Unless you,
Something. I
I'll
know
let
there's
you
something
defend
happening
yourself
in that
first.
cape.
So this happens so fast. It
Mm.
happens before you get too far. You hid behind a nearby. You thought you ran further away, but you hid behind a nearby a plant to run away after paying for the boots. But you're a lot closer than you imagine, and your Visigoth strength allows you to get back to Hildura.
I want to throw my spear.
I'm gonna say
I would
this
like to
all
throw my
happens-
spear and, like, I don't know, something hanging from the ceiling, and, like, throw the spear to try to knock, like, I don't know, a fan or a light or something, and drop it on top of the cat.
And I want to cast a spell to redirect the spear back at them.
Oh my goodness! So I'm gonna say
Phenomenal.
you all have to roll.
Okay.
Yep.
We're gonna see what happens.
Damn.
Chaotic. It's full chaos.
Cool. All right. Let me roll for bite.
Mm-hmm. Hildura, is there anything you're doing to protect yourself from this bite, or just like hanging in there?
I'm.
Cape full of vinyls.
I mean, I do. You know, no, I think I'm honestly surprised that this happened. I'm just gonna let it go. Just be like, what the hell is happening?
So straight roll for you.
Very witchy of me. I rolled a 13.
Oh wow. Oh no.
Not gonna believe this, besties, but I rolled double sixes, so that is a 12 plus 3, so that is a 15.
15, 13.
I'm literally staring at a cat on one of my cat dice.
How hard did you bite her? Jesus Christ.
I don't know my own strength.
I also got a 13.
Ooh.
15.
Oh dang.
So that means
Rollies.
we both win
We
Yeah.
both succeed
on
for maximum
Magic
high
happens.
on the block and spear throw.
Ooh.
All right. Here's what happens. All of this happens at the same time. And then Hildura, what did you roll?
Oh, was I just rolling?
Yeah, roll two d6s.
That is a 10.
Okay. So Jinx goes to bite Hildura. Jinx, are you targeting Hildura or are you targeting the knapsack?
A little bit of both.
Okay. And
General area.
great. On seeing this point of aggression happen, yeah, Goda goes to protect Hildura at the same time. Instincts kick in, throws the spear, while Lilith casts a spell. We're gonna start from the back. The spell does protect against the spear. It redirects the spear away from Jinx, but into this beautiful stained glass lantern that is on the counter of the clerk's desk at totally random. While at the
Damn.
same time,
Oh, no.
Jinx bites Hildura. Hildura drops the knapsack full of the CDs and the vinyls, and one vinyl does fall out, and you can tell there's more still in the knapsack. I'm gonna give you all one reaction movement to take, because once the lantern is broken, seems like the entire store begins to tremble.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Whoops.
As
Shame it.
Greg
Oops.
looks up from his clipboard, eyes wide, and he is also trembling with the store.
You had to make
Oh,
Greg a
no.
dragon. God damn it. Can I just immediately sprint out and swipe a vinyl on the way? Just like grab one of them off the floor as I go?
You can roll for it.
Okay.
I will say, hold on. You said you're wearing the boots.
I am wearing the boots.
I never got a chance to tell you what the boots do.
Hell yeah.
The
My
boots,
outfit literally now is just like sweater and then boots. There's no in
Hey.
between.
Slay.
the boots allow players to add 1 die to 1 dice roll once per day, as long as they dance. Either the
Feels
character
berries and
dances
cream.
or the player dances. The player's choice.
I'm not
Berries
gonna
and
dance.
cream.
They're gonna run, trip, stumble, and then moonwalk out as they reach down to grab it.
Beautiful.
So
Let's
I
just
roll.
to see if you're successful in grabbing that.
So I roll. So I can roll 3 dice instead of 2. Is that what it's saying? I add a dice. Okay.
Mhm.
Ooh, with the extra dice, that is a 15.
Great. I got a 9.
I rolled 3
So,
5s.
you grabbed the CD and you made it out of the store. Now the rest
Oh,
of
yeah.
you, what are you trying to do in this 1 round while the room is shaking?
I want to grab the album from them as they run by.
Great. I think that's a contested roll.
Can I,
That-
since I do I have a hint that they might have a crush on me after they just bought my fucking boots for me?
That's up to you.
Because if so, I would say that I argue that I can roll persuade and try to flirt my way out of them still on the CD. I just give them the biggest doe-eyed smile as they like reach for it.
Persuade versus thrift. I like that.
It's okay. I was gonna steal an album and kick it into the store.
Are you doing persuade versus theft on this
Yeah.
interaction? Great.
11.
That's an 11.
Oh my goodness.
We
Oh,
keep
no.
tying. What the fuck?
Now kiss.
Yeah, I don't know how to make it any crazier than what's already happening.
Now
Um,
kiss. Only consensual though.
So you both.
If it's
I'm gonna let you
consensual,
vote,
I
yeah.
will willing to kiss to keep the CD. If that's what I have to do.
I'll let you both decide the outcome of that. But just remember, a tie is both people win, and something gets more ridiculous.
Yeah. That's an interesting one for both of us win since we literally want opposite things. Hmm.
Maybe you take it, I stop, and then I just pull you in for a kiss to take it back and keep going. If you are consenting to that.
I'll go with it.
Oh yeah.
I can at least then claim victory still, and then I gave it back to you. It's exactly what I'm going to tell people when I
Yeah,
have
so as soon as you
face
pull the
later.
CD, I grab your spear and pull you by the spear in for a kiss.
Yes. You remember that you have a vinyl already, which is better than the CD. And now you got a kiss out of it. I think you're ending up on top in your eyes, Goda.
Damn, we got both now? Dang.
All right. And then what are Jinx and Hildura doing in their 1 round?
I'm going to flee
All right.
Fair.
because that is
And you're
one
grabbing the
of
knapsack that fell on the ground on your way.
yes.
But
Okay.
I'm kicking it.
Oh,
back
geez.
into totally
Is this
random.
another
You're
Kicking it.
back into the
contestant.
store.
I'm on top of you. I'm flailing about.
You
I'm like,
did
I'm
bite.
trying to put it back in there. It's like, y'all can deal with that. He looks upset. I heard Greg has a fiery personality.
So I will say that's a contested. If you have skills that'll help you in escaping the store and
Straight
kicking
roll.
Hey, there's no straight rolls in this game, okay?
Bisexual roll.
Bisexual roll. Let's see.
I think I
Can
did.
I roll to persuade? Not to kick it?
These persuasion things.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Part of me wants to be like, I'm like, I kick it and dead. But no, I'm better than that. I'm trying to win. We're doing regular rolls here.
like, okay, straight rolls. I'm fine. Straight rolls. Give me your bisexual roll. Sorry, give me your bisexual roll.
Rolled a straight roll.
You rolled a straight roll. Does that mean it was bad?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, I rolled a bisexual roll. I got 11.
Yeah, I got a
Nice.
4.
Ooh, wait, both of them are.
But I could rewind time.
You could.
You
Do I
could.
Do I do it now?
I say
Or
save
Save it.
it.
I think
Save
we
it for
should
the
save
show.
it.
Save it for the
Save
show.
it for the show. Yeah. I think I'm doing really, really cool kick move, and I'm not.
Like kicking in air, like when a cat's on its back and it does the little like.
Yeah, you're on their bat, so you kick it, but your feet are still off the ground. So
Yeah,
it doesn't
I think
reach
I
it.
hit it.
Yeah, you're just like a little bunny kick. So yeah, so I will grab my my bag and I will flee.
And Jinx, you make it out as well. So all of you make it out of the store, just as this bright glowing light erupts from Greg's chest, as the entire fabric of reality and totally random appears to glitch out and shift. You hear a bellowing roar, and you feel heat of flames. But you've made it out of the store, and you take a breath, you inhale, and seems just as you exhale, you look up again at what was this trinket store, but is now a closed off, under construction store, and it says, arriving soon. Another food option, with just pictures of very generic meals.
The lie, totally
Greg.
random. Best thing ever.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
True.
You all stand outside of what was totally random, but is now just a boarded off store. But because you all got into a physical altercation, you all have hurt feelings. So I do want to go around the table and ask, how are you all feeling? What is the hurt feeling that you're reporting after this encounter? We can start with whoever's ready to go first.
I'll go. I'll put guilt. I think Lilith's guilty for taking advantage of Gona's crush.
Oh.
For the list of hurt feelings.
I think Hildura is scared because a cat girl or person, sorry, bit her, and she does not like animals, and she's just very scared right now.
You have rabies now? Yeah.
Please now.
No, we gave Jinx her shots, okay?
Okay.
There we go.
I'm vaccinated. Thanks.
Yeah, we stopped at Walgreens on the way here, okay? God.
Good. Okay. I'm safe.
Yeah, Goda's probably feeling confused at this point.
Oh, it's been through a lot in those few moments.
Also, I'm sad because I lost my spear. Evidently, my spear's in another dimension now.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We'll go to the one.
I don't want to call it
Please.
embarrassed, but I guess ashamed that Jinx let her feelings take over, and what would be seen as a playful thing was a not so nice thing.
Aw.
Let the animal
Alright.
take over. Whoops.
Great. That ends the afternoon as we move into the late evening. You walk away from what was totally random, feeling a little confused, feeling a little hurt, But as you look out, you see that the mall is now barely recognizable. It's undergone a complete Gothic transformation for tonight's event, the Little Mix Scare All pageant. Where there were once bland beige food court tables, there now stand towering Gothic arches draped in black lace and Hot Topic shopping bags, because Hot Topic did exist in 1996. A fog machine is still going. It's spewing an overenthusiastic amount of mist. In front of the stage, there's a huge banner that is dangling precariously, reading Little Mix Scare All pageant, in font that looks suspiciously like the Metallica logo. And it's fluttering dramatically, even though there's absolutely no wind in the mall and the air conditioner doesn't seem to be pointed towards it. It just seems as if the universe wants the event to be as extra as possible. You can tell they're still setting up the chairs, but people are starting to gather when an announcement goes off and on the intercom at the mall. Oh, hey, I hope you remember Zizek's Revenge is here at Big Disc Energy doing the signing of their latest album. Please come join for the signing before tonight's Little Mix pageant. It's sure to be a huge hit. What do you all do? Do you all head to Big Disc Energy again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be like, James, let's go find Ozzy.
Go see your bestie.
All right. You enter Big Disc Energy and you notice that the piles that were on the ground previously have been cleaned up. There is a little table in the back that has been set up where you see all 4 members of Zizek's Revenge. You see Vixen Razor. You see Grimly King, who none of you have seen yet, but he's he looks like he stepped out of a moody black and white European art film. He is wearing a tailored black suit. He's got multiple silver rings on every finger, and he's scowling at the crowd. He just is exuding an air of pretentiousness. But you also see Tessa and Osvinthus all seated at the table. How do you want to approach this scene? There's already a line starting. It's about 7 people long so far.
You're like, James, stay still. I want to climb on James's back, light my wand up, and just wave it and yell, Ozzy! Ozzy! Because he said he would let us to the front if we got his attention. So.
All right. And what are the Visigoths doing at this moment?
I'm gonna go find Yamena.
Great.
If she's still there, or there's there.
They're there. You can tell they're off to the side, still checking out for anyone who wants to buy the CD. They're cashing people out on the counter.
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go wait off to the side, and I'm gonna wave Goda over.
Mm-hmm.
And
Vera, good to see you.
yeah, yes,
You came back.
of course I came back. We were, well, I did want to see you, but we also wanted the autograph.
Well, I'm just selling CDs over here. I think we must have sold out of vinyls, which is crazy.
I'm so glad I got mine early.
Yeah, you really lucked out. Those are gonna be worth a lot. Just like Beanie Babies. I'm just so sure that my little Dalmatian that I bought last year is just gonna be. Everyone keeps telling me it's gonna be worth so much.
I'm sure. As much money as you can imagine. Money, yeah.
I don't know if I can help you get to the front though. There's only like 7 people though. You should wait in line before it gets too crazy.
Yes, we should do this. I guess we'll wait in line.
Right behind
Just wait.
us.
Or I'll direct go. Actually, I'll direct go. No, I want to talk to Goda. Goda?
Before you walk away from them, they see you. I was like, oh, one sec. I wrote something for you. And they pass you a little folded up piece of paper that's like folded into
Mhm.
a little envelope. And then it's like, hope to see you at the pageant.
Yes, we will be performing in the pageant, I think. And I will take the note and I will clutch it to my chest.
Awesome.
And then I'll peek at it as soon as we get in line.
It's just a handwritten note on like notebook paper that says, I've written countless poems about existential despair, but you inspire me to write something hopeful. I hope to be able to interview you for my zine.
Wow, that's so gay. Love
It's
it.
okay. Well, I've won regardless.
Yeah, I think you won this session. You're just good now.
Yeah.
Treasure was
Hey.
actually the friends we made along the way.
Damn.
Mhm.
But let's see. Oh no, that's only in passages that we can talk. I'm like, do the for heal the hurts.
Mhm.
So I will not press Goda about what happened back there.
Cool.
I'll just patiently stand in line and go, I have my
At this
note.
point, you're like about 10 people in line. And Goths, you said you were.
Trying to get
Walking our friend down.
Ozzy's attention, yeah.
You get on Jinx's shoulders. It takes a moment because it seems like Pandora's acting up a little bit. Pandora seems a little skittish. They they might have just fainted. And so Ozzy is very distracted, trying to like make sure Pandora is okay. Pandora is just standing at the side of the table. Um, so it takes Ozzy a moment. But once Pandora's gotten up again and then starts to glow again with that rad makeover that they got earlier. And it calms Ozzy and then looks up, sees you making a scene in the back of the store. Oh, my friends, as he turns to the rest of the band. He leaves the table for a moment and walks to the side and then calls you over to him.
I don't get up. I just tell Jane. I just point so Jane can walk us over. Don't get off your shoulders.
Not. Get off my shoulders. Oh my gosh.
These boots are brand new. My feet hurt already.
Okay, you have to walk in them to break them in.
Wow, you're so mean.
I need my hands free.
Okay. I flip backwards off your back.
Do a barrel roll, please.
No, I completely wipe out and then need a second to get up, and then I stumble after you.
So yeah, we'll walk forward.
Oh, hello, friends. Jinx, you seem a little ruffled. Maybe you need to go for another grooming.
A little bit. You know what? Actually, I think I just need a change of looks. Hold on one moment. She's gonna take off her cat ears and she's gonna dig around in her cargo pants because she keeps probably multiple ears on her.
Of course, yeah.
She's gonna put on
My God.
little goat-esque looking ears. I
Yes.
come with props. I come with props.
Beautiful.
Goes, yeah. With Pandora getting their makeover today, it really just made me think a little bit that maybe I should kind of like change up the look. They're glowing, and I could probably glow just a little bit. They're kind of like someone I can look up to. Because I also know how to play dead. I
Oh
think.
my god, you and Pandora could totally match too. And I just tap the ears with my wand to make them the same color as Pandora's makeup that I did.
Oh no. Osvinthus is stunned. Like, if you could see like anime heart eyes happen in real life, that would be how he's looking at Jinx right now. He's like stumbling over his words. He doesn't know what to say. But help. How do I do help?
It's okay. We don't have to talk. We can just stare at each other. But
I sign.
Yeah, we did want to get
Oh.
the CD signed though. I just hand the CD over to
Oh, and the
Jinx.
vinyl.
I'm just
Vinyl.
like
Oh,
here.
yeah. I guess yeah, we're here for this, but also like we should totally hang out sometime.
Yes. As he's just staring at you, he signs the CD. And then passes it back to you.
Yeah.
And he's just staring.
I
Tell
grabbed the
me-
CD. Oz, is it okay if I go to front and get this signed by the rest of the group while you guys chat?
It takes him a moment. He just nods while he's staring at Jinx, trying to find the right words to say. Flashing back to the line, it's moving pretty fast. So at the same time that he's nodding, the line's already started out the door, but because you all got there pretty early for the start of the line, the Visigoths have reached the front of the line at the same time that it seems like Lilith is going to go and try to cut the line. However, Os is not helping you cut the line. He just like directs you over while he's staring at Jinx.
Yeah, I'll just go the front. I'll just go right in front of them. I don't care. The two of them are in front. I immediately just step right in front of them. Okay, sorry, perks of being friends with the drummer. I just immediately step up to the table with the rest of the band.
There are two animals there now.
Oh, I want to tap Lilith on the shoulder. I like your boots.
Thanks. I just got all. I mean, Gona was so nice to buy them for me, and I wink at Gona.
I'm not sure
I
whether
don't know
to
why. I
glare or
don't know
blush.
why I
I
slipped
don't know.
my, like mean girl personality, but here we
Yeah.
are.
You gotta match
Um,
energy.
Honestly.
Match energy.
Is there blushing though? That's what I want to know. Let's go to blushing.
Probably, yeah. Like, and blushing and scowling at the same time.
Oh.
Oh, very cute.
do you let Lilith cut?
I'll leave that choice up to my companion.
This is the battle we wish to fight, my friend. So, you're the one who got kissed.
Who has the album? Did you or
we have
I have
an
the CD
album
that you gave
and they
me.
have yes.
yes,
Yeah, we
that's
have
right.
an album
Vinyl.
and a CD.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll let it
And
slide
we have
for
a
now.
vinyl and a CD.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
you
that's
guys
right.
you guys just
You
have
got
don't
a
you guys
CD?
just have a CD?
Yeah, we used the CD, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys just have the CD
Yeah.
and we have the vinyl and CDs. Or vinyls.
Yeah.
We have multiples.
So
We will
you
let
let
it
it
slide.
slide.
Don't move the
Um,
dog.
I will
Let 'em-
say, Tessa is getting a little bit less attention from the person in front that was right before you than Vixana is. So Tessa looks out and sees you, Hildura, and is like, oh, excited to say hi to you, but then instantly sees Lilith step forward and sees the cutting happen and looks a little confused, but then sees that you let it slide. I was like, okay. And then proceeds to take the CD from Lilith and sign it and pass it down the row so the rest of the band signs it. As you walk up, as Hildura and go, uh, as Hildura and Goda walk up to the signing table, the little 6-foot table that's set up there, Hildura, you notice that in front of Grimsley is that VHS tape that you gave Tessa with a post-it note on it with a little heart. So it seems that the gift was delivered. But both of you get your CD or your vinyl signed
Vinyl.
from
Actually,
Visigoths
vinyl
again.
and
Yeah.
CD.
Do they also
Do we
have
have
like
both?
do they have CDs at the table too that I can snag one and get it signed for Jinx?
They had CDs at the countertop with Jimena, but that would require you leaving that area and going over to
I
the.
think
I'll
I think
just
I'm
get
winning
this.
right now.
I'll get the CD signed, and I'll also like take the book part of the CD out and get that signed for Jinx separately. Then
Cute. Great. You both leave with signed copies of their latest album. Anything else you want to do in Big Disc Energy before we move on to preparing and the Little Mix pageant? So we're gonna have a little hallway scene if there needs to be one, a passageway scene on the way to the Little Mix pageant, and then we're gonna have the pageant.
I will blow a kiss to Yemena on my way out.
Beautiful. All right. Well, you get your album signed. You leave Big Disc Little Disc Energy. You leave Big Disc Energy. The line is so long now. Os Jinx you end up walking away from Osfinthus. But before you disappear, he holds out a hand, stops you, and says, I am sorry. Are you uh I may oh words, they are hard for me. Forget Rome. Conquering your hearts is my new life's mission.
damn, this dude's really into goats.
Out to
Just
face
dressed
my
up like
Pandora. Jesus, like I almost like faux swoon. Like
He says, good luck in the pageant. I will be cheering for you.
she's gonna get really embarrassed this week. Okay, thanks.
Wonderful. Great. So you go out. As I mentioned before, the stage was already set up. The banner is still dangling there. On your way to return to the food court, is there any hallway scenes you want to happen?
I actually don't think I have one.
I need to live with
Eldora?
my shame.
Yeah, I'm fine with accepting the guilt for now. Yeah.
I need to live with my shame.
Especially after embracing the boot energy and being even meaner to Gona in the store.
Just tell me why I have Sound of Music. High on a hill was lonely goat herd. Yodelay, yodelay, yodelay.
Love that
I'm
for you.
prepping. I'm prepping.
Eldora,
No, I think I'm good.
great. All right. You all make your way to the food court. You notice the stage setup. The chairs seem to all be placed around the stage with a little walkway with a black velvet runway. The audience, it seems to be a chaotic blend of people in mesh tops and trip pants and platform boots. Alongside fur-lined capes and armor that seems to be adorned with these shiny buttons that say things like "Free Winona" and "Smashing Pumpkins Forever." Um, the runway is lit by black lights, and perched at the end of the runway is a table. So while you're walking to the backstage, you see that the members of Zix Revenge have started to sit at the table. At this 6-foot table, they're lounging in these massive like throne chairs. You don't know where those chairs came from, but the chairs are covered in black feathers and studs. But behind them stands this really like foreboding figure that you would know as a person who frequents this mall as the mall boss. Her face is shadowed under the brim of a wide black sun hat, and her attire in the 3-piece pantsuit screams mysterious authority figure. The rumor has it that she's been here since the mall first opened, and no one has ever dared challenge her for control. The crowd buzzes with excitement as you go backstage, and they can tell that you're preparing for your grand entrance. Is there anything you want to do before the pageant begins?
Don't listen to the song we're gonna sing.
I read over the lyrics and make sure that James has their choreography memorized. Also, keep the goat ears on. That locks
Oh.
up one vote automatically, I think.
They're not coming off my head anytime soon. I might put some
Great.
goat moves into the choreography in some way.
Yeah, maybe like what's it called when they make noise like bray at him or something?
Almost was about to
Gonna
make you
hoof
sound, and I
it.
went, "Don't do that. There will be a clip of that somewhere." Imagine,
Um,
if you will.
all
Just a
right.
picture of the goat from the newest Thor movie.
Yeah, I'm just
As the
screaming.
mall rat, I do have a question. Are you both competing as a group or
Yes.
individually, or sending one representative from each?
We're doing it as a group. I'm singing and they're like dancing around me.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It's friends stick together, just like we do when we go into stores.
Yeah, exactly.
Make sure you have your
I
buddy.
need my familiar, obviously.
Do I change forms? Absolutely.
Visigoths, how are you approaching this pageant? Together, individually?
As a team as well, I
Team.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. All right. So there's anticipation in the air. The lights dim. The pageant is about to begin. And tonight, only one group of Goths will emerge crowned, emotionally overwhelmed, and forever immortalized in mall lore. As the pageant kicks off, the crowd waits in breathless anticipation. I would like each group to roll to see who goes first. No bonuses. So choose one person from your group to roll to determine who's
You can
first.
go. You can go.
No, Lilith, you roll. Ooh,
Okay.
not
I'm
me.
a roll.
Roll.
I rolled double sixes. So does that mean I
Whoa,
get to
good for
choose
you.
if we're higher?
I rolled a 9.
Cool. All right. It looks like the Moggoths go first.
Okay.
All right, Moggoth team. I want you to narrate your talent portion. So tell us what each of your characters is doing for the talent portion as you go first.
So I think for part of my performance, I'm going to choose to embarrass myself for that bonus by taking off the sweater and doing the performance in my prep school uniform. I'm gonna like
Wonderful.
make it kind of grungy looking, just kind of like mess it up a little bit.
I love that.
So you're
Jinx.
giving the +3 to Jinx then?
Yeah, it'll help them with their dancing because it'll draw the eyes away or whatever.
And Jinx, what
Yay.
are you doing as part of your performance? And then I'll tell you how to roll.
Jinx is taking like the music, feeling it, has the glow sticks out again, because that's how we do with it. But infusing a little bit of like some animal, like the goat kind of vibes to it. She might occasionally bleat out a silly little thing. She's way too into it. Just a smidge. She's
Awesome.
embracing. She doesn't meow anymore. She yells like a goat. She's more frightening.
Just a random scream.
Ah!
And then for my performance, can I imbue these boots just to make
So-
it so that like when I move around, the smoke like forms shapes around us?
So the boots actually have a special thing as part of your performance.
Ooh.
You roll an extra die for all talent show outcomes.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yo.
So how I'm going to determine your score? I came up. This is not in the book. I came up with this. So if this fails, apologies. I have kept track of how each member of the band feels about all of you. I'm gonna ask each of you to roll with whatever bonuses that you're doing to your individual performance. And then I'm gonna total the Goths score. I'm gonna total the Visigoths score, and then I'm going to see how the band reacts to each of your performance by a total of their score.
I'm here for that. Okay. Okay.
Sounds good.
Go.
So, well, starting with the Goths, let's start with Lilith. With your bonus with the boots, and if you have any skills that you're using for your individual performance, what is your total?
I would probably use haunt because I'm gonna still try to cause a fetch from the smoke. So with the haunt bonus, and so I'm rolling 3 dice, you said, and then I'm adding a +2 to that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's 5, 4, 9, 12, 14.
Okay. And then Jinx,
I had to
with
look
what you're
something up.
doing.
So Jinx is dancing, and that little bit of like goatness added in. You know, goats like to faint. They kind of like you think they're dead. Oh my
Especially
god.
off the stars. Yeah.
Her final move will literally be a death drop. I had to double check when it was created.
In the early 90s,
And
yeah.
it is within the realm.
Yes.
Of time. I had to double check. I was like, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there will be a death drop where did she die? I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah.
I love it.
And you get a +3 from the embarrassing action that
For me wearing my school uniform.
Play. That is a lucky number 13.
nice.
Hell yeah.
All right. And then you also get, and it's 13 total, including the +3.
Yep.
Great.
Well, yeah,
And then-
+3 plus my +2 with my death thing.
Got it. And then because you have, hold on,
Blessing.
because you have a CD signed by the band, you also get a +4 to that score.
Hell yeah.
Play.
That gives you a total of 31.
Hell
Ooh,
yeah.
that's 13 reversed. I like that.
It's good luck.
I'm not going to yet roll on the band until after the Visigoth performance. Now, Visigoths, please roll. Tell me what you're doing and roll for what you're doing as part of your performance.
I will be hardcore dancing, which basically means I will be spear fighting without my spear.
Beautiful. No, this is perfect. This is perfect. I was gonna say like I wanted to do like a remix. A remix where it turns out like it's like Ordruna, like just that chanting kind of
Yes.
version of the song that is
God is
The-
gay, and we're
yeah.
we're living in a capitalistic hellscape.
yes, thank
Yes.
you.
Favorite song.
Awesome.
So we'll be doing that song while I have my powerful conqueror doing conqueror things. Could I roll to persuade? Like, I'm just like so intense of like, yes, we are living in a capitalist hellhole, and God is dead. I'm a priestess. God is dead.
Would
And just
know.
persuade people. And
Sure,
add that to the
I say add persuade because you're also afraid of getting too close to the judges because the table is haunted. So that's
Yeah.
going to give you a -2 on your score.
okay.
Shit, that's right. We did
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
We did that. That's
So it
right.
pretty much just cancels out your bonus.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, no, I still have a
Oh.
+1 though because I have a
+1.
+3 to persuade.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll still take it. That's great.
That's fine. Cool. All right. Let's all roll.
Oh no. I don't know if that's a good or a bad reaction.
good.
4.
Oh. +1? Or
No, that's what the
+1?
+1. I
Damn.
rolled a
no.
Roll
1 and a
3.
2.
I was over here going, how does that work?
Yeah, I got a 9, which is better than a 4, but not better than a 13.
Is the 9 in? Did you add any skills to that or?
Spears, if you'll allow that.
Yeah, I'll allow that. Is the 9 including that?
Yeah.
And is it already including the -2?
Oh, no, so 7. 7.
No. Okay.
Man, I'm so glad I
and
sabotaged him earlier.
because you
rather
got
say-
the vinyl version, however, there's something just more real about a vinyl track. They got a +4 for having the CD all signed. You got a +6 for having the vinyl all signed. However, that only leaves you with a 17. I'm going to roll to see how the band enjoyed your performances. Okay, Vixen first. Actually, I'll just do a total band. So I will say some bonuses that I'm giving is Vixen is somewhat favorable towards the Visigoths. So you get a +1 to the total score for the Visigoths from Vixen. Grimsley is neutral. None of you all talks to Grimsley. You did help him get a birthday present, but he didn't know it came from you. Tessa really liked the Visigoths and helping find the perfect present for Grimsley. So that's a +2 to the Visigoths from Tessa. But Oz is in love with the Malgoth Jinx. So that's a +2 to the Malgoths from Oz. So I'm gonna roll 4d6 for their score and then add the bonuses and we'll see where it ends up.
I've never been so nervous for results in my life.
I guess 31 to start. Nothing we do.
Hey, the dice could be on your side. You guys got a lot of bonuses there.
Yeah, we could have a shitty roll on this.
Yeah, I was gonna say I only got one band member. I got one band member in the
Hey.
bag, okay?
But it's love.
Is it the or is it some weird fetish that we need to
Hey,
unpack in
yo.
therapy?
It might be the second thing.
Why not both?
Yeah.
Sexuals here.
Why can't it be
both?
everlasting love and a nasty kink? Gosh.
We don't kink shame here.
Occasionally we do. It really depends on the case.
It depends on what it
I'm
is.
suddenly very
We
worried about
mostly
Pandora.
All right.
Oh,
Vixen Razor steps up to the mic and pauses dramatically, letting the tension build. Their eyeliner is perfect, as always, as they learned from Tessa on how to do a perfect point. They survey the crowd with a smirk. Malgoths, Visigoths, friends of the macabre. After much deliberation, and frankly too much fog, we have chosen our winner.
Wait,
The audience all...
Wait. Moment. I'm going to pull out the note that I got earlier from Yumena. I'm going to scribble something on it really, really quick. And I'm going to go up and just hand it to them.
Okay.
And I would like to use my one thing per day, which is write a forged note. The recipient will think it's authentic. And I want to see if I can get them to believe that we're the winners.
Oh my goodness.
works?
Um,
Oh my god.
what
will
would the
bite
note
you
say
again.
after it, like, after it's been
No,
counted
just like
and
tearing off the bottom of it so it's
Yeah.
a clean place. Tearing off and just saying that Visigoths win. And hand it. And
I
see
will
if
turn
that'll
this
work.
into a cat fight. I still have my other ears.
Hey, I've been waiting to use this.
Yeah. Vixen grabs the note, reads it, and looks very confused. Tell me what you would have written to make them believe that this is true. I know you have the magic to make it believe.
Sure.
What would it say?
Everyone that the others wanted, let's see. The others want you to know the Visigoths win. So whatever they voted for, they vote for the Visigoths.
Awesome. Okay. Because it's magic, that does happen that way. Vixen always looks confident, and for a moment you see them. The mask falls. They stumble over their words for the first time you've ever seen. The black velvet curtains behind the stage start to part. It reveals two tiaras that are made of black roses, plastic vampire fangs, and little glow-in-the-dark bats. And they rest upon these two gorgeous velvet pillows with sales tags on them that you could tell are from Hale Satin, store in the mall. And the crown, both the tiaras seem to sparkle under the lights of the mall. Vixen confusedly looks back towards the rest of Zizek's revenge. Jinx, yeah.
Before anything happens. I know this it involves a roll. Can I rewind time to make sure that note does not get there with my watch?
You can rewind time 6 seconds. But knowing that there will still be magic happening if the note is passed to Vixen.
What I would like to do is to rewind it that 6 seconds, and as that note is being passed,
Contest that. Yeah.
I will absolutely bite.
Epic.
Again.
Epic.
I wasn't going to do it, but since you had that thing, I was like, I'll just do it and see what happens.
Yes. Yeah.
That's your Hail
So-
Mary. Guess what? I got a Hail Mary too. Let's go.
It seems as if you all blink,
I'm not ashamed.
and Vixen steps up to the mic, pausing dramatically, letting the tension build.
I ripped my note. Scribble on it. Wait!
As you go, wait, and you go to hand that out, Jinx goes and lunges at your arm.
Jesus Christ. I feel like we've seen
It's
this before.
paper. I'm a goat.
Yeah.
Eat the note. Eat the note. Yes.
I'm gonna eat it. And
All right, you
spite.
gotta eat the note.
I'm gonna eat the note. Big brain.
That will require a roll of.
I use
it's
my
back.
flee.
Is that a skill you have?
Yes. I have chase and flee.
Wow.
Can I-
Okay.
Can I use? I didn't realize I had that earlier, but um,
Yeah. All right.
I
this
try
is
and flee the attack.
intense.
I'm gonna eat that paper.
And since she's doing it like an animal, sorry, I keep doing that. Since they're doing it like an animal, can I shriek?
Aren't you scared?
Nope, I
of
can
me?
only do that for myself. I can only do that
Scared of
just
me.
for someone else. I'm scared of you.
Mhm.
But I can only if I embarrass myself, it only affects someone else as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
I'm
won't do
going
that.
to embarrass myself. I assume there's probably like a metal railing or something nearby. Absent-mindedly was like, I'm just going, like lean on it and suddenly get like instantaneous painful hives and rashes and probably cry out in pain a bit, hopefully causing a bit of a distraction and making it more likely that she is able to successfully flee.
I mean, if we're all
Ooh.
embarrassing ourselves, I'll trip and drop my like bag, and my school books just pile all over the place. Like my academy prep book catalog, just of everything that shows where I go to
It's
school and all that
getting
stuff.
Wild.
Hey, we're
Yeah.
all going all out here, okay?
Let's do it.
All right. So both
Okay.
Lilith and
Oh.
Goda, you add your embarrassment to your hurt feelings, but you
Mhm.
both have given your counterpart +3, I think it is.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay. Plus I
Now
have
roll
my
including your +3 and including whatever skills that you're using in this attack.
let's see. So 14.
Believe it. You're not gonna believe it, bestie.
Did you do it?
I rolled 2 5s, and that's a +6
Oh!
Oh.
for embarrassment and bite.
Yeah, 'cause your bite's 3 too, isn't it?
My
Yeah.
bite
that's-
is 3. I was like, I'm gonna add an extra one there. That's gonna come in handy.
Crazy.
yeah.
Whoa.
I had it, yeah.
You know the funny thing? I put my +3 into 10 lies, and it's the only skill I did not use this whole game.
You know what?
So,
the paper.
Hildura tries to write this forged note, rips it from the note from Jimena. Jinx, going back in time to stop this from happening, is the only one that knows that this happened. Only one who knows the secrets of the future. Goes to bite and eat the note while at the same time Goda touches the metal railing against the stage, screaming out in pain as they burst into hives while Lilith, what was your embarrassing accent? Oh,
I dropped all my school books on the stage and fell over.
while Lilith exposes herself as a poser by showing to the entire crowd that gathered there for Little Mix pageant that they're actually a prep school girl.
God is in your heart.
It's crazy. Zizek's revenge. Vixen steps back from the stage as Jinx eats the note. Everyone's confused. Mall security comes forward, looking confused, not sure who they should detain, but just wants to stand there looking as intimidating as they can look without actually looking very intimidating. The crowd eventually calms down as Vixen once again goes to grab the tiaras. Well, that was odd, but I guess that was also pretty hardcore. And the winner of the Little Mix Scare All pageant is the Mall Goths, Jinx and Lilith. And the crowd erupts into a wave of applause. And Jinx and Lilith are welcomed to the stage in the glow of neon lights and fog to claim their tiaras. And Grimly King is the one who grabs the tiaras off of the pillows to place them on both of your heads. Looks a little scared of Jinx, but places it on Lilith's head while keeping a side eye at Jinx. Beautiful. And
Yeah,
you
and
Got paper on him.
yeah, and with consent, I think Lilith will turn and just kiss Jinx in excitement that we won in front of the whole crowd.
Oh no.
I do the Breakfast Club arm up in the middle of it.
You
God, no.
get
Hey, we're going with cliches. My foot lifts up as I do it.
Yeah, there's the foot lift up. There's the arm raise from Breakfast Club.
Beautiful. With that, I think that brings us to the final scene of the game, which is something called an epilogue. So the epilogue is where each player makes a few brief statements about what happens to their character after the events of this adventure episode. I'm not going to choose the order because some people might take a little bit longer to figure out their epilogue than others, but if anyone already knows what happens to their character, it seems like Jinx does. You want to go first? Okay.
I immediately, as soon as you said epilogue, my brain went, I know what we're doing. So after that, Jinx actually I know it's untraditional for witches to have human animal like familiars, but after kind of the magic that happened, Lilith has kind of been like, you know what, you might be my familiar. So Jinx essentially becomes Lilith's familiar.
I approve.
But that's also not to say that Jinx does not have a fantastic date with Ozzy. They, there's a little bit of some touring. She hangs out a little bit. They're talking about like, a really cool straight edge club. There might be like maybe they decide to go into like goat soaps.
Yes.
Goat milk soaps. Like there's talk.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah. I'll
And
go
she
next. I got mine
Mhm.
too. So yeah, with all the familiar stuff, I definitely feel like I pulled Jinx more into Magic and we hang out a lot, enjoying the mall to ourselves for the first time in forever. But I also send a little note to Gona to potentially meet at the library like a couple times a week during the summer so that I can still see them.
not allowed at the
Ooh.
mall.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't meet at the mall, so we go to the other place the witch goes, the library.
And Goda, upon receiving that note, tosses it into the fire. The forge that he's standing over, forging a new spear, heartbroken, scorned, and swearing an oath of vengeance.
I love
Next
it.
to you.
I love it so
Yes.
much.
Oh my
Epic.
gosh.
Yeah, hardcore.
Enemies to lovers to
Wow.
enemies, all in one trip. Nice.
beautiful tales old time. uh well, Hildura eventually will stalk outside the mall to meet Yemena. Sorry, I have a tickle in my throat.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. We'll wait outside the mall to meet up with Yemena because she can't go back to the store to talk to her. So she'll wait outside and meet her or them. Meet Yemena and ask them on a proper date. And probably to some like hole in the wall restaurant so that they can have an interview and a date. And then they'll just spend the summer together being cute little people in love.
Oh, love it.
And she will quietly help Goda's plan for vengeance.
Vengeance, yes. Wonderful.
Bravo.
Awesome.
Amazing
Uh,
job.
Love it.
Amazing job, Gem. I
Congratulations.
gotta tell you that one. Amazing
It was
job.
good. It was great.
So good.
That does bring us to the end of our game of Visigoths versus Small Goths tonight. Seems like the Small Goths scraped ahead with some crazy, insane last-minute time travel maneuver. What a really wild ride from the morning to the evening. I do just want to thank all of my guests again for joining me in the cafe tonight. Before we go, I want to go around once more and reintroduce yourself. Tell us who you are. Is there anything you want to plug? Where can we catch you next? Any of the above, all of the above. Let's start with Kate.
Kate and antivanruffles on Instagram and Threads and Tumblr and all those places. You can find me currently on What's Your Damage, which is a bi-weekly podcast releasing with some friends. And if you think I'm funny, then hey, more of this. And that's me.
Awesome. Give me 1 second. I think we just hit an ad on my end. So I know. And we got like I think like 25 seconds left.
Ugh. Terrible.
But in the meantime, if Joe, can you link everyone's links in the chat? While we wait. All right. Looks like that. Oh, no, we have another ad after this one. Dang, 30
Gosh,
seconds.
So many
Yeah,
ads.
the worst. Awesome. So we've linked everyone, for anyone who is subscribed, we've linked everyone's links and socials in the chat.
I should really update the beacons thing.
Yeah, what is the beacons thing? I use Linktree, but
It's the
is
same thing,
beacons better?
basically.
I get to
Nah,
do a little bit more pages.
I actually use
That's what I do with
Linktree.
my beacons. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't use either. I use Card, which is also kind of the same thing. It's just like a website version of it.
Yeah.
I used Coffee, Kofi, and then the site shut down, and like all my links that I had on my business cards were dead. So I was like, great, thanks. But all right, cool. Next up, we have Sea Cow. Who are you? Where can we find you?
I'm CCAL Explosion, basically everywhere, mostly TikTok and Threads these days. I have projects coming up eventually, but none of them that I can announce at the moment because I don't have anything concrete. But I am also on the Better Than a Stick game on YouTube, where we do Star Wars game stuff, and I just play edgelords or GM.
Oh, it's better than a stick, you said?
Better Than a Stick.
Oh,
Awesome.
hey. It
Actually, I
sounds
think it's
like
Level Up Lightsabers. Is the
I was about to say,
actual
sounds
name.
like a level up lightsabers
Yes.
with Alan.
Yep, that is good old Master Alan.
Oh, Alan.
Awesome. All right. Heather.
Hey, I'm Heather. You guys can find me at Midnight Hather everywhere. Castleton will be coming back here shortly, so you catch me in that. but I'm absolutely spacing on the actual place where this will be happening. But I know in October I will be playing in a one shot that is full of drow mystery and fights within, to the death, with the wonderful boss bean Jelly Bean, uh, over on their Twitch channel in October at some point. Otherwise, you can just see my silly Magic Gathering and D&D shenanigans on all my social media.
Awesome. And who do you play in Castleton?
I play the illustrious Cassian Scythe. There's drama there. You get to see me in drag. I wear a fake beard.
Ooh,
Okay.
say less. I'm there.
Um, and Paige.
Hey everyone, I'm Paige. You can find me everywhere at Pluto Cleric. I am Captain Anira Bennett, totally not a pirate in Castleton. Besides that, on my channel right now, on Sundays at 9 p.m. Central, I am running a cyborg actual play called 20x3 Survival. We've had our first session so far, and it's exactly what I expected it to be, just full chaos. So definitely tune in for that. On rotating Thursdays, I'm over on Eclipse 613 on Twitch, playing in a One Piece 5e game as a little merfolk martial artist. And that's on every other Thursday at 8 p.m. Central. And then the last thing I'll plug is I have a podcast. The second episode just aired tonight. It's every Monday at 9 p.m. Central. And it's called On the Same Page, Lore Dump with Friends. Just bring on random friends and creators. We talk a little bit, and then I turn the podcast over to them to lore dump about any specific topic they want. It does not have to be nerdy related. It can be literally anything. So far, we've had game design from Arclight Court, and then Javante was on tonight's episode and lore dumped about Warhammer 40K. So it is great.
Oh, I love that. That sounds so fun. Thank you all again, sincerely. So much of this episode, as I mentioned at the start, was really rushed and really last minute. So I appreciate you all for being all in. And thank you out there to anyone listening and anyone in the chat for joining us here at Goodberry Cafe. This month we celebrated Bisexual Visibility Month. We're bi, we're here, we're visible. It's not a phase, Mom. Uh, I hope you've enjoyed your stay at Goodberry Cafe. Upcoming on the New Age Geeks channel. On Wednesday this week, we have Queer and Present Danger, our all queer cast. They're doing a recap of the story so far this Wednesday. On Thursday, we have Investigation Check, our interview show, where Joe will be interviewing recovering academic or Forrest. And I hope you'll check us out on Wednesday, or not, bleh, can't talk, on Monday, when we return next week with Forging Fates, which is our actual live play D&D show, where I play Whisper, our chaotic elf druid, on Monday, September 23rd at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. And I hope you'll join us again on the cafe next month, where we will definitely be playing a silly, spooky game in honor of Halloween on the second Monday of the month. And me personally, I am Jem. I've been your host. You can find me most anywhere at Jemboree or on Instagram and Threads at Jemaginative. On Wednesday myself, I will be playing in a Girl by Moonlight game on the Hampod channel, which I'm very excited to play. I haven't played that game yet. But until we see you again, I encourage you to follow and subscribe to our channel. But with that, it is time for the cafe to close for the night. So I love you all, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. And thank you for joining us.
Thank you.